and only had 14 points in 33 minutes, you'd write it off. You'd go on to the next one. He's liable to put up 62. Well, buddy, in L.A., playing with LeBron, the expectations that come along, you play 33 minutes. You go 5 of 18 from the field, 1 for 9 from 3, and only score 14 points. Makes you wonder, not so much wonder, but realize it's not easy just to step into that, into that shadow, so to speak, into that, where do I push, where do I pull? And so, because by the way, LeBron 4 for 11. It's not like, you should be 6 for 9. Don't get me wrong. But the 14 points is a little bit surprising, no? I mean, this is one of the league's preeminent scorers, and they lost at home last night to Charlotte. I believe I saw, just as a quick blurb, I believe I saw that it was the biggest straight-up upset by point spread in the NBA this year.
Wow, to the Hornets, too.
So, or it was either that. That's probably not right, because I think the Hawks may have won like at Boston down like an 18-point dog. I could be wrong on that, but maybe it's the biggest underdog straight-up win for Charlotte in a long time or ever. I don't know. There was some sort of significance to going into L.A., and, yeah, the Hornets were 13 and 39, my brother. They weren't barnstorming in, locking up their playoff position. So, yeah, surprising loss. But more, it's just kind of watching the evolution here of Luka and LeBron together, because it'll make the NBA playoffs a whole lot more interesting, if you ask me, if those two guys find a groove, and let's see where they can go. Do you think the Lakers can win it, E?
I do. They have a chance.
I'm not going to say they can't. I don't think they would be the favorite, but I look at it the other way. Say Luka stayed in Dallas and LeBron joined them. Would we look at it different?
Yeah.
Right?
Because at that point, you got Luka, you got LeBron, and you got Kyrie.
Well, I got to almost say that in lieu of Kyrie. I'm just saying if you join those two dudes together, and Luka was the primary piece, and you're bringing in the other guy to help, you know what I'm saying? That all feeds into that whole dynamic. We'll see. When you're counting on young teams to take that step up before they do, you can't always trust them. I'm talking to you, Oklahoma City. West is good. It's there is no series there that if you're the Lakers, you don't feel like you can win. I'll just say that. The news in college football is quite obvious what it needed to be. They're going to change the seeding process. They're going to do that right away, and it makes sense. There will be a 12-team college football playoff again this fall. That I think we're probably pretty much in stone with that, and then it will jump to either 14 or 16. That's not official, but that's coming. But the way the thing played out, the process of the seeding was obviously wrong. You had two teams that wouldn't have even been in the four, two teams that played in the championship, didn't even have first-round byes. And more than anything, though, it was, with Arizona State, earning a top 4 seed, and Boise earning a top 4 seed. Sure, those guys deserve their shot in the playoffs, but we should probably try and seed it in a more, at least the assumptions you can make, a better assumed, power position than that. So, ADs in the Big Ten and the SEC, these boys are pairing up and bullying up right now. They're going to completely drive the way the football playoff is shaped. And you know what? They're winning all the championships. They just are. And outside of Clemson, their success, FSU and Jameis is getting further and further away. But you read the list of national champions in the last 20 years, and it's a lot of Alabama and Georgia. Shoot, if you're gonna go back 20, you got a couple of Florida, LSU's, won them, Auburn, Ohio State and Michigan the last 2 years. Ohio State, the previous Big Ten winner. I mean, the conferences are dominating the title hunt. And so look forward to being enacted when they go up to 14 or 16. It'll be in the the playoff rules and regulations, minimum 4 from each conference. Top 4 from SEC and Big. You're going to start your 14 or 16 teamer right there. And you know what? The way these conferences position themselves and the aggressiveness they took, while others just sat and either twiddled their thumbs or sat on their hands, has now positioned these two as absolute behemoths. We've talked a lot about the SEC's basketball season currently underway, and at times they've had as many as 14 of the league's 16 teams projected into the field. That number is going to go down as this season wraps up, but it's still going to land somewhere between 11 and 13 probably. Well, the Big Ten has 10 projected. That's 22 of your 60. How many is it? 7? 68 teams. There's 22 of them. I mean, you get to a point, you could have a college football playoff here at the end of the year and just include the SEC and the Big Ten. And I don't think the ratings would really be impacted a whole lot. So the additions in the SEC of Texas, Oklahoma, and the Big Ten, USC, and some of those power conferences from out west. And you know what? We raised an eyebrow at the decisions that USC and Oregon and Washington and Stanford and UCLA were all making. Y'all realize where you live, right? You know where the Big Ten is, huh? But you know what? It was worth that sacrifice. Because as this thing evolves and the snowball rolls, you better be in the Big Ten or the SEC. And I don't know if the conferences are fine just where they are. That's it. But it would behoove whatever brands have enough to sell either one of those conferences. I'd be knocking on that door hard. Please let me in. But seeding will be just a part of what they will, for the most part, dictate. But, given the Mountain West Conference champion, the number 3 seed seems, a little weird. SEC basketball is a roller coaster, man. I say that because last night, struggling to put this in the exact context I'm trying to say because I'm battling 2 points. So let me say the first one first. It's weird how one team can have the same kind of record as another team, but be ranked 15, 16 spots higher. And I say that because there's a perfect example of it last night. Alabama went to Missouri last night. Alabama's number 4 in the country. They were number 2 before Auburn beat them on Saturday. But last night they went to Missouri. And when the game tipped off, Alabama was number 4 in the country, and Missouri was number 15. Alabama's record before the game was 21-4. Missouri's was 19-6. Missouri, I'll remind you, beat the Gators in Gainesville earlier this year. And they beat Alabama last night 110-98. So the Tigers now 20-6, 9-4 in conference. And if there is like a sneaky team just kind of prowling around out there, it seems like the Missouri Tigers might fit that bill. All right, that's just some of the kind of like the headlines of what's going on in the sports world this morning. As we get you up and going, we're going to talk more Jag specific when we come back on the other side. I give you you've probably heard it by now, but if you haven't, we certainly haven't talked about it specifically in the 6 o'clock hour. Good morning, you 6 o'clockers. It's chilly out there today. But there's one name that seems to have really emerged as the favorite, and I don't want to make suppositions as to if you hear things like this. It's his job if he wants it. We've heard that about other guys, and it's turned out to maybe not be so true. But there is one GM candidate out there who seems so much more heavily linked to the Jags and thought of to the Jags than the other. So a little bit of that as well. Up and going here on a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. No job too big or too small for my friends at Custom Tree Surgeons. So I promise you, if you ever have issues with trees on your property, you can trust the fine folks at Custom Tree Surgeons. Check them out at CustomTreeSurgeons.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. 1010XL is your home for NBA play-by-play.
Paolo Banchero and the Orlando Magic look to take down Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr., and the Grizzlies. Friday night at 6:30, 1010 a.m.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
At Cannons of Jacksonville, they know that when you're towing anything, you gotta have products you can rely on. With over 50 years of fabrication expertise, the family at Cannons can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Whether it's a heavy-duty hitch, trailer frame, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons will provide you with unmatched precision and durability. For all your towing needs, visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Let me get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean, the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it," and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Mia O'Brien here for Pro Jacks Roofing. Here at the Superstation, we talk a lot about pros. Pro football, pro baseball, pro basketball, pro sports. But if you want a true pro when it comes to your roof, you should call Mike with Pro Jacks Roofing. Mike's been in the roofing biz for well over 25 years, and when you call, you don't get a recording, you get Mike himself. Find Mike's cell on ProJacksRoofingFL.com. That's ProJacksRoofingFL.com. Don't rely on the third string option. Call in the starter with Mike at Pro Jacks Roofing.
We could call them helmets and cleats, but they don't wear cleats.
Those shoes are hot.
Mia O'Brien, Lauren Brooks, and Taylor Dahl.
From the First Coast Lighting Studios at 1010XL.
Weekdays noon to 2.
You think you could join us?
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just a job, but an experience, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Experience the high-flying action truly unlike anything on the Supercross circuit at Daytona Supercross. Saturday, March 1st. Side-by-side intensity of Monster Energy AMA Supercross on the most demanding track of the circuit. Get close to the action as riders get pushed to the limits on the Ricky Carmichael designed track. For a chance to win tickets to Daytona Supercross, answer this. Who won the 450 final Supercross at Daytona in 2024? Text the winner's last name to 641-1010 now.
These days, it feels like everyone is talking about how the American dream of homeownership has become out of reach for so many of us. Well, Rocket is trying to give us more of a chance to own our homes. They're making homeownership simpler and more accessible to more people, turning renters into owners. Rocket believes that every one of us deserves a shot at the American dream. So, are you ready? Own the dream. Visit Rocket.com or call 800-4ROCKET.
The First Coast Games is an annual team-building challenge to introduce fun activities into the workplace and focus on your employees' health and wellness goals. These goals include some friendly competition, of course, including pickleball, cornhole, volleyball, flag football, and other team sports. The games will begin in March. Register your company and teams at fcymca.org.
Hey folks, Hicken here for Zero Res, and if you still have a little bit of time for the hottest price of the year on carpet cleaning, maybe you had people over for the game or you're doing early spring cleaning, but in February, only $147 for 3 rooms, plus the 4th room is free. That's right, schedule now and you'll get 3 rooms for $147, and the 4th room is free. Yeah, the 4th room is on me. Hottest price of the year. Zero Res. Spell it forward, spell it backwards. Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
CEROREC. Zero Res.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, we're back here on the drill. You want to talk about out of touch? There's a dude who has just rapidly risen to the top of the power rankings of the most obnoxious, out of touch, worst commissioners in all of sport when it comes to the fans. And then we have this philosophical discussion with Daniel Murphy. I get it from the player's perspective. Any other employee, you want to get as much as you can get when you can get it. That doesn't mean that at the end of the day, the game is for the fans, and I understand you get what you earn, and now there are all kinds of parameters. This is the unfortunate part for us as fans. Now we're such a small part of what really matters when it comes to guys getting paid, when it comes to the financial sustenance of these leagues. Unfortunately, we've been relegated to the last player on the bench. They don't need us. And so our hopes, our rights aren't protected. There are only two things that are in play here at this point when it comes to all of these professional leagues. How much can the franchise make, and how much can the players make? And if it means, in this case, now look, some do it better than others. Thankfully, in the NFL, those playing fields stay level. You get the right people in charge in this league. You don't have to outspend anybody. You're all under the same parameters. You know, it's a meritocracy, the NFL, more than the other leagues. And Major League Baseball has now allowed itself to be lampooned with what the Dodgers have been allowed to do. They've got like billions of dollars deferred. Like, they've got more money deferred than the Marlins are worth, I think I read. So that's just not fair. And Rob Manfred of course they think we're stupid. I love this. But politicians are great at this. Commissioners can be good at this. Athletes and coaches at times as well. You ask a question and they gave you a great answer to a question you didn't ask. So, hey, Robbie. And this comment was from a few days ago as he had addressed everyone at the league meetings in the spring out there in Phoenix. After the Dodgers have just absolutely destroyed any concept of luxury taxes or salary caps. And it's stoking concerns about payroll disparity. And I don't care if the Diamondbacks are concerned. The sufferers, all of us, the baseball fans. And it's not right to have one team, the Dodgers in this case, spending an unbelievable amount of money. And look, I know the other arguments, the Mets are spending just as much. That's a shame on the Mets. If you're spending as much as the Dodgers and their team looks like that and yours looks like this, checkers chess, boys. Their competitive balance tax payroll is $392 million, well beyond the highest threshold. The Mets are a distant second at $321 million, so they're even $73 million. It's in one season. They're the only two that have cracked $300 million. Off-season spending has reached roughly $3.3 billion overall. The Dodgers and Mets have accounted for more than 40% of that, so the two have combined to spend about $1.6 billion. 9 teams spent less than $20 million on free agents this winter. So you tell me how a fan of a team, and it's not in all cases only because of a cheap owner, or only because of a franchise that won't. It's not all that. So Manfred's asked about this. Hey, what can we do to, somewhat at least try, give the appearance of trying to level the playing field? Manfred said this, disparity should be, it certainly is, at the top of my list of concerns and what's occurring in the sport. When I say I can't be critical of the Dodgers, they're doing what the system allows. If I'm going to be critical of somebody, it's not going to be the Dodgers, it's going to be the system. Yeah, buddy, we understand that the Dodgers are doing what the system allows. Our point is the system sucks. Your system, you're the commissioner. That being said, are the Dodgers guaranteed to win the World Series this year? I mean, are they guaranteed? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're guaranteed. I know that this lineup I see in front of me is absolutely disgusting. Full of MVPs and Cy Young winners. Their fifth starter is this Roki Sasaki rookie who everyone fawned over coming over from Japan this offseason. That's their number 5 starter. So maybe he'll go every 20 days or so if they go in this order. They added a 2-time Cy Young award winner, Blake Snell. He'll go from the 3 hole for the Dodgers. Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts. Hyesung Kim they added at second, an all-star. Max Muncy still mashing at third base. Tommy Edman came over. Now, look, they also have made some moves that have helped, but they just have signed out the wazoo when it comes to future salaries. I mean, their bench is full of guys that would be starters and hitting 6 on a lot of teams, and we'll see. We'll see. Spring training starts this weekend. I see the Braves go Saturday against Minnesota. Chris Sale, who, for everything he did, won the pitching Triple Crown, won the Cy Young, wasn't available when the Braves, the only time they really need, well, not the only time. He kept him in the race. But when they really needed him, couldn't go. That back flare up. So, anyway, it's the Braves and the Twins, I believe, kicking off the spring training season. The Dodgers play a weird little 2-game series like a couple of weeks before the regular season starts. I think it's in Japan. I don't know. It's definitely overseas. Is it Dodgers-Cubs, maybe? That sound right? All right. He came to me in the break. He said, man, I want to throw out a first. You know what I want to do this year? I want to throw out a first pitch. I said, okay, I think we can do that. We'll work ahead. We're still, heavily aligned with the jumbo shrimp. He said, no, man, I want to throw it out for the honey drippers. I said, wait, so what you talking about, man? He said, the jumbo shrimp are the honey drippers now. And I said, wait, what? Did some research, and yeah, in the last 16, 20 hours or so, the jumbo shrimp have announced a promotion that will help sweeten up the baseball season. And so, for a couple days in late May, they will be known as the Jacksonville Honey Drippers.
Honey Drippers.
The term honey dripper, you know this originated in Jacksonville along with the concept of a honey dripper house. E.T., what's a honey dripper house?
A honey dripper house is basically a house that sells frozen Kool-Aid. That's what a honey dripper is. It's basically frozen Kool-Aid.
Sounds absolutely delicious, known for its refreshing flavors, and it's an ode to the East Side neighborhood from whence it came, and so it'll be the Honey Drippers. Minor leagues are great, dude. They put together all these, that does look delicious. I'm just looking at the Honey Dripper logo. And as fierce as he looks, he does look delicious.
That fierce honey dripper.
Honey dripper, by the way, that's right at my alley. I could down a couple honey drippers right now. I'm not scared.
Now, Jeff, did you grow up eating honey dripper? Like
I never called it a honey dripper. I've grown up eating that kind of stuff. Sure.
We call them frozen cups or honey drippers.
Okay.
These are icebergs.
Okay. Yeah. No. Ices.
Okay.
Basically, that's an icy, isn't it? That's what it looks like. Maybe a little thicker.
Yeah, thicker and frozen. The ice is a little more slushy.
Yeah. There's I don't know the names, the brand names maybe of all of them, but man, all those kinds of frozen treat. But that being said, these things look absolutely knockout to me.
And there was always a lady in the neighborhood. There was one particular lady that sold them. So as a kid, you would bring a quarter to her and she'd give you a honey
Somebody
dripper.
Better bring me by a honey dripper.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah.
We got anybody around the corner with some honey drippers in the freezer? Huh? Be good for my throaty. Be good for the sore throat. So we can perhaps start to make a little bit more determinations, a few more determinations with Combine coming up, right? It starts, I believe, Monday in Indianapolis. And it's hard to know what the Jags are going to do in the mock draft until, through the mock draft. It's hard to know what they're going to do in the draft without knowing exactly what the personnel holes will be to fill. We learned yesterday the salary cap is going to go up another $22 million. It is thought, but does that matter? You still got the same ratio. The Jags will still be in the same slotting that they would have been. So, every team would get that boost. I don't see how that really changes much, but they have plenty of money to spend. They're at least not very cap strapped as they go into this offseason. It'll be interesting to see which stocks, rise and which fall a little bit, especially when it comes to projecting the first round. Jags have the 5th pick. But we have talked so much kind of blindly without knowing what roster moves are going to actually occur. We've heard plenty of rumors. So, you got your thinking cap on in there?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to let you play GM, my brother. I called Tony. He is allowing this. Your decisions are going to be final.
Bet.
Christian Kirk.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Is he here or is he gone?
I think he's here.
You think he's here?
Yeah.
Evan Ingram. Is he here or is he gone?
I take it back. Christian Kirk's gone. Evan Ingram is here.
Oh, just like that.
Just like that.
Christian, could you see what happened if he was the GM? Hey, Christian, you come in here, man. Listen, I know you've heard a lot this offseason, what we might do, but yeah, you're on our plans. If you can go on out of here, door closes. Hey, Christian, you come back in here? Yeah, never mind. My bad.
Bring
my
your
bad.
playbook.
Yeah, my bad. No, I was kidding. I thought you were Evan Ingram.
Both of you light-skinned brothers.
So Ingram, you say yes?
Yes, Ingram here.
Okay. Over, under on new offensive line starters, I'm going to place at 1.5.
Oh,
you
come
going
on.
over or under?
Oh, that's tough, but I'm going to go under.
You're going under. So you're not allowed to have follow-up questions, but I'll give one. Will we have any new offensive line starters?
I think so.
So you think we'll have one?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not sure on that one. I think I'd go over. I hope it's over. Our O-line's no good.
Uh-huh.
I hope it's over 1.5 because our O-line has proven what it is, average at best. And if we keep talking about getting better and building bigger to the point of taking a defensive tackle in the middle of the defensive line, I'm all fine with it. Our O-line is not good enough, and it hasn't been for years. We've had this conversation. We've put different names in there. We've shifted it around. It's just not been good enough for years, has it, E?
For sure.
Yeah, every year we have this discussion. If we play them to their absolute ceiling and we accentuate the good things that they do from time to time, you can never get them even to the top 10 in the league. They've been subpar or average at best for too many years. So I would hope the over-under on that is 1.5. And I would hope the answer is over. But we shall see. Andre Sisco on this football team next year, yes or no?
Nope.
So he gone.
Gone.
Well, there you go. There's at least some decisions you can make. But until we know those things for sure, I would say this. Here's what I don't understand about the NFL. And I know there might be a slight salary difference. I don't think it's crazy. I think Christian Kirk's salary cap number, there's only like 16.5, isn't it? Something like that. Why would we cut Christian Kirk and keep Gabe Davis? Is there any doubt that, if I ask you who was better, who would you rather have when a game starts on Sunday?
Man, that's easy. Give me 13.
It's not it's not even close. No, all due respect to Gabe, man, they brought you here. You got paid.
You could play, but Chris.
But if we're making a decision that we've got to get rid of a receiver because of salary cap reasons or to free up space or whatever it is, and I'm sure that the quote whatever it is part, the freeing up space, the salary cap implications are what would lead the Jaguars to releasing, say, Christian Kirk over Gabe Davis. I mean, they're not stupid. There can't be anyone down there thinks Gabe Davis is an overall better receiver than Christian Kirk. But Kirk, man, getting beat up and banged up and injured the last couple of years when he was healthy and even when he was productive, he's had some costly drops. Not known as a guy who dropped the football. I feel like we haven't gotten the very best of Christian Kirk, and I think he's been really good at times. And I think a good, productive, healthy season from Christian Kirk, continuing to work with Trevor. This may sound blasphemic a little bit, but I think I'd rather have Kirk than Godwin. I don't think Kirk's better, but I think he's been working with Trevor. I think he's close enough.
The chemistry. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you already got Brian Thomas Jr. on the other side. So but more than anything else, if we're going to just talk about letting a veteran receiver go, how about we keep the better one and make it work financially? Anywho, what do I know? Football Fix is next. It's Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Aksheba 14-1 to win the Mexico Open this week of the PGA Tour. Rasmus Hogel at 18-1. Kurt Kitayama 20-1. Samuel Stevens 22-1. Ryan Blaney, the 8-1 favorite, to win this week's Ambetter Health 400 at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Chevrolet, the favorite manufacturer, at plus 135. The United States minus 108 against Canada minus 112 today in the Four Nations face-off final at the TD Garden in Boston. The total there 5.5 shaded to the under. Jacksonville, a 1.5 favorite at North Florida in college basketball today. 157.5 the total at UNF Arena. $250 the bonus, and you open up a G-Bank Visa signature card. Visa.com/GBank. Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
When it rains, it better drain. If storm drains on your commercial property aren't doing their job, this is a major liability that needs to be corrected. Call Duck Duck Rooter to have your storm drains jetted and cleaned with our powerful vac con truck. We'll clear the way for better drainage. Call 904-862-6769. Visit DuckDuckRooter.com. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jags. Duck Duck Rooter, your fully insured certified plumbing and underground utility contractor.
Hi, I'm Janice. I'm a coach at Awaken 180 Weight Loss. When a client reaches the goal that they've set, they are so proud of themselves. They are so thrilled with how they look and how they feel. They are ready to take on the next thing. And that's one thing about weight loss. It's so much more than a number on a scale. It's about self-respect. It's a momentum thing. Now that I've lost 50 pounds, wow, there's no reason why I can't do this next thing that initially seemed so daunting, but now I know I can do it. The celebration is not just how much better you look and feel, but how much more self-respect you have. We get on a track of success at Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Losing weight with Awaken 180 isn't about the number on the scale. It's about how that number spearheads endless success. Bring your goals to Awaken 180, then celebrate when you check off each and every one of them. Call 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Don't miss the Players Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scottie Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Hey, poker players, get ready for a month packed with big winnings at Best Bet in Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine. On select dates, win $300 every 15 minutes on our fast action table games. Make a royal flush in hearts and win $5,000 on Valentine's Day. And there's 24-karat gold day in Jacksonville on February 28th. It's all happening this month at Best Bet. For all the details, visit bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
North Florida is growing with lots of new families joining our community. If you're one of them making the move here, your next move should be a call to American Electrical to create the best home automation system, enhancing your living experience. There are many ways your life can be made easier through smart home technology, voice-activated systems, automated lighting, total house temperature control. With American Electrical, they've got everything you need to automate your home and make it your true oasis. Check out American-Electrical.com, powered by professionalism and raising the excellence bar.
Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, congratulating our Scholar Athlete of the Week, Henry Cosper, senior basketball player at Wolfson High. Henry is a member of the National Honor Society and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Congratulations, Henry.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lot bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality product and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Craft beers, food trucks, live music, and more beer at the Riverside Craft Beer Festival this Sunday afternoon at Riverside Arts Market. Get your tickets at riversidecraftbeerfestival.com. Proceeds benefit Community Peace Care and the Rotary Foundation.
Keeping kids active is a full-time job for parents. Look no further, though, than I-9 Sports, covering Duval, St. John's, and Clay to get your youngster in the game. Spring and summer registration open right now for flag football, soccer, t-ball, and basketball. Plus, all new girls volleyball at Duval Charter Bay Meadows. I-9 Sports with fields and gyms all over 3 counties. And the best thing is I-9 Sports offers sports year-round so kids can always find a sport to play. i9sports.com. Enter 1010 in the promo code.
Did you know your pup could take 30,000 to 60,000 steps a day at Dogtopia of Jacksonville Beach Boulevard? That's a whole lot of tail wagging fun with their best furry friends. At Dogtopia, they turn playtime into exercise, learning, and socialization in their off-leash, open play environment. Dogs build confidence, reduce anxiety, and stay happy and healthy, all while having the time of their lives. Visit Dogtopia of Jacksonville Beach Boulevard today.
If you've played sports or still lead an active life, chances are joint pain is nothing new. This is Dr. George Barry of Barry Orthopedics, and we like to be your option when it comes to taking care of your body and getting back in the game. From shoulders to elbows to hip and knee pain, Barry Orthopedics can diagnose and treat a variety of injuries that are causing you pain. We are Barry Orthopedics and online at barryorthopedics.com. With more than 30 years of experience, our team is here to care for your entire family.
Find out more at barryorthopedics.com. That's BAHRI orthopedics.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Everything, you're evaluated whether you're on your last contract, the last year of your contract, or the first. So I'm just motivated to win. I'm motivated to do anything that I can to win. I'm motivated to create a great culture and a great sense of accountability. I think as long as I keep the main thing, continue to prove as a player and a leader and a teammate, all that stuff, and we'll take care of ourselves.
That's Evan Ingram, who knows what the future brings, but that was just last few days or so in conjunction with Liam Cohen as the new head coach. And the other news that's popped here, we've had a lot popping this offseason, changing both head coaches and GMs, haven't we? GM is next, and the consensus public opinion out there has kind of placed one guy closer to the top over, in this case, the 4 other finalists, the 5 guys that have earned a second round of interviews. It's always seemed, at least up in Chicago, if you ask him, like it's just a matter of time before Ian Cunningham got a GM job with another team. He's come close more than once since he joined the Bears as an assistant GM. He turned down the Cardinals job last year. He was a finalist for the Tennessee Titans job last month, didn't get it. So most thought he'd be back in Chicago for another season, but then the Jags fired Trent Baalke a little bit late, and so immediately Cunningham has been thought about both here and in other spots as one of the strongest names to watch for the job. Jordan Schultz of Fox Sports says the buzz around Cunningham is real. My sense all along has been this is Ian Cunningham's job to lose the Bears' assistant GM, 2-time finalists for the Titans roles, won Super Bowls with both Baltimore and Philadelphia. One league source described Cunningham as having exactly the same type of temperament and scouting background teams want these days. Now, look, they have 4 other finalists that are all very worthy, that have strengths to their resume as well. This is not, by any regards to say that he will definitely get the job, but the word around league circles is a very, very, well thought of. You know who else the word was about that? Similarly, who else had a word about him like that?
Educate me.
Ben Johnson. Is he here? No, my point is just because certain guys are thought to be the best fit here, there, or anywhere else, it doesn't mean that they necessarily will be. And there are, again, 4 other guys, including Ethan Wall, who has a working knowledge of what's going on here. We told you, at least by some standards, by any standard, the Jags had a better than average draft last year compared to the league. You can't find now going back 1 year in and looking at the 2024 classes, you can't find Jacksonville anywhere outside the top, the top half. In any of those listings. We did that story yesterday. We won't do it again. But then Ian Cunningham among those names to watch for. And you want to, if you can, I'm sure, I don't know the urgency and I don't want to place on it if it's not there, but it'd be nice to have them there already when you go to the combine because that gets started next week. It'll be fun to watch the prospects. It'll be fun to see who jumps up or down based on workouts. The latest mock draft here. What is this? This must be, is that a second round? What am I looking at? Abdul Carter, 1. Cam Ward, 2. Travis Hunter, 3. This all makes sense to this point, right? This is just a regular old mock draft? Is this Dumbasso? Who can this be? Hold on. No, it's Dumbasso. Dang sure is. Oh, well. Okay, he's using a theme, but good grief. He says the theme of this mock is to highlight potential workout warriors. In other words, who could get a maybe too large of a bump from their combine workout. Well, I mean, that's if Carter, who would be 1 anyway, is 1, and Cam Ward, who might likely be number 2 anyway, is 2, and Travis Hunter, who would be top 3, is 3, and then Will Campbell, the offensive tackle from LSU, is 4. Doesn't seem like you're going by any great fluctuations of, quote, workout wonderment. But then he's got Nick Amanawari to the Jags. Do you know who that is? E?
No.
Yeah. Nick Amanawari. SEC fans will recognize the name. He's the safety at South Carolina. You know what his overall prospect rank is?
Talk to me.
62nd. Damaso has the Jags taking a guy ranked right now number 62, being so good in the combine, he jumps to number 5.
It always happens. But
one of the freakiest athletes in the entire draft. He proved to be a real good football player in 2024. And then right back to Shedeur Sanders and then Mason Graham. What, Mason Graham wasn't enough of a workout wonder to plug our defensive line? Here's a guy Hicken mentioned yesterday, and we said this, that James Pierce Jr., who was just loaded with red flags. Well, was it one of the organizations that they took him off the board, didn't they? Isn't that what Hicken said?
He did.
Yeah, James Pierce Jr., I can't remember which one it was. Did I say, was it Denver maybe? I don't know. I don't want to misspeak. All right, he'll be a name, though, that pops at the combine, I think. All right, let's continue with a few more news and notes from the National Football League. We call it a football fix, and it's brought to you this morning by the home course, the Jointed Creek Golf Club. Tee it high and let it fly, and join me at the home course. It's the best deal in golf. Got a great staff out there, and you will enjoy just a beautiful afternoon of golf. We're getting to that time, aren't we, where it's about to get real nice. TPC just around the corner.
Yes, sir.
You looking forward to that, aren't you?
Oh, I can't wait.
You looking forward to throwing out the first pitch at the Honey Drippers.
Honey Drippers.
He's looking forward to going surf fishing with me.
Come on.
And he's looking forward to TPC.
4.
He's not looking forward to giving up his phone for 3 days in lieu of being sick.
No, man, come on, man. That's too far, man.
You'll take it. All right. Technology's grand. I wonder how many criminals every year get taken down by their own phone in some form or fashion.
For real.
By either what they post on social or some selfie they take, or once they are corralled, all the evidence that's inside that.
Oh, man.
How many criminals a year go down because of their phone?
That's so funny you say that.
According to FBI, burglars who recently targeted famous athletes like Mahomes, Kelsey, and Burrow bounced from city to city using cars they rented with fake IDs. They ditched the cars as needed, along with the burner phones they used to coordinate with each other. They'd hide in the woods, monitor the patterns of security guards, and break into houses of wealthy athletes by either breaking small windows or prying open sliding doors. Then they go off like bandits with the jewel-encrusted watches, the designer bags, the gold chains. They've taken an estimated value of $3 million, but how did they go down? Rookie mistakes allow law enforcement officers to eventually catch up. FBI lays out how the gang members were undone by allegedly posting photos for co-conspirators to see via an iCloud site. Phone takes down another one. and the thing is, too, I bet you when you wipe your phone, you ain't wiping your phone. At least us casually. It's in there somewhere, I bet you. You know the only way to get rid of a phone, you better throw that sucker at the bottom of the ocean, E.
That's the only way.
Only way. All right. Jameson Williams will not face NFL discipline over carrying an unlicensed gun. The 23-year-old avoided criminal charges for the gun discovered by police during a traffic stop in October. He was a passenger in the car being driven by his brother. His brother got pulled over for speeding. 2 guns were found, one registered to Williams and one to his brother. He did not have a concealed pistol license to carry the gun at the time. Got one later. No charges, no NFL discipline. Seems to make sense to me. Continuing with the football fix. Eagles have to replace offensive coordinator again. Last Super Bowl they won. Had to replace coordinators. Now they will and have, in fact. They've promoted from within. Kevin Patullo gets the post. He was the passing game coordinator and associate head coach last year. I told you salary cap's going to go up $22 million, but that's for all teams, so it doesn't really, I think affect the slotting or what the Jags will be able to do. We told you this news, kind of broke later in the show yesterday, but the Chargers will be the host of the NFL's game in Sao Paulo this year. That's a Week 1 game. And that'll do it for a football fix. Brought to you by the Home Course, Jointon Creek Golf Club. Taking a rival with more come your way next. It's a custom Tree Surgeons Thursday on The Drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
It sure is great living in the golf capital of the world.
Blue skies, fresh cut grass, birds chirping.
1010XL, Jacksonville's golf station.
Geez, you love this golf stuff, huh? Oh, yeah.
Frank Frangie here. It's new year, new truck time at Nimnik Buick GMC, home of the largest inventory of GMC Sierras in Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia. This month, save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierra 1500s or enjoy rates as low as 0% and 0 APR financing. Yes, 0%. You can't find deals like this anywhere in Jacksonville. Shop 24/7 online at NimnikBuickGMC.com. Value your trade and customize your payment options in seconds. Nimnik Buick GMC. GMC, we are professional grade.
Hi, I'm Malcolm Anthony. When you've been charged with a crime, you don't have to face it alone. I'm here for you. Stay out of trouble, but if you don't, call me. 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW in the 904.
This is the Mangler. Years of playing football coupled with lifestyle left my feet mangled with neuropathy. I was experiencing burning, tingling, and numbness. I spoke with 2 foot specialists, and they told me there was no cure. They were wrong. I found Dr. Nate Riddle in Ponte Vedra. After utilizing his neuropathy treatment for only 2 weeks, I noticed a difference in my feet. I was regaining my feeling and balance. If you want relief from nerve pain, call Dr. Nate for a free consultation at Riddle Wellness, 904-395-5598.
Staying Alive, One Night of the Bee Gees comes to Jacksonville Center for the Performing Arts March 6th. A tribute like you've never seen before. Staying Alive features the songs and sights of a full Bee Gees playlist, performed live. Experience Night Fever, More Than a Woman, How Deep Is Your Love, and more live on stage. Staying Alive, One Night of the Bee Gees, March 6th at Jacksonville Center for the Performing Arts. Tickets at fscjartistseries.org.
Attention homeowners, Chelsea here. For a limited time, Renewal by Andersen is making it easy to upgrade your home during our free window month. When you buy 4 windows or patio doors, you'll get 1 free. Our exclusive Fibrex material delivers the perfect combination of energy efficiency, durability, and style. Perfect for your home makeover this season. But hurry, this offer won't last long. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window. Restrictions apply. See website for details. License number CGC 1527613.
Mia here. Since 1982, Closets by Design has specialized in creating dream spaces for every budget. My designer, Frances, made the process so easy. She came to my house and designed a beautiful walk-in closet that's already so incredibly functional for me and old Beau Valentine. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation at 1-800-293-3744 or visit closetsbydesign.com. And take advantage of extended savings this month. Get 40% off and another 15% off with 18-month special financing.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Mike Dempsey here. Look, it's been 10 years that I've been vouching for my guys at Dandy Foods, and for a decade, I'm proud of my association with a local family business. They make a great product. I've made no secret that I was a customer long before Dandy ever came on board on 1010XL. But I'm thinking I'm due a little Dandy swag, maybe a little love. How about a Dandy t-shirt, a ball cap? So how about it, Thompson family? What do you got going on over there? In the meantime, I'm going to keep eating those delicious tuna salad sandwiches. So guys, keep helping me out and grab a Dandy sandwich today.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and Triumph has gone off-road. And Greg, you got something really cool coming up this Saturday.
This Saturday, we're going to be out at North Florida Motocross Track from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. with the new Triumph 250 and 450 ready to ride.
Triumph's been on-road forever, but now they're off-road.
They are off-road. It's a championship bike built by Ricky Carmichael, and it is bad to the bone.
I got to love it. Got to see it. Check it out. Triumph Off-Road. All the details are on Cycles of Jacksonville's Facebook page.
Call the deck guys if you want a brand new deck pavers or more. Call 904-813-2474.
TheDeckGuysJacks.com.
With 50 years of fabrication expertise in towing products, the family at Cannons of Jacksonville can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Discover the difference that local expertise makes at First Coast Lighting and Fans. Visit their showroom at the Avenues and browse high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness at First Coast Lighting and Fans.
Youth sports at the YMCA's focus on teamwork, discipline, and building confidence. Our experienced coaches can create a positive and supportive environment where your kids can grow, stay active, and develop a love for sports. Sports like basketball, volleyball, swimming, gymnastics, and even elite skills training. Join the fun and register. Give your kids a chance to be a part of something special. Visit fcymca.org to learn all about youth sports at the Y.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL, brought to you by Chad and Sandy Real Estate. Round 2 of the Jags search for the next general manager continues today. The team talked with 2 finalists so far, completing interviews with 49ers Director of Scouting and Football Operations, Josh Williams, and Bears Assistant GM Ian Cunningham yesterday. Cunningham is a name to watch. He's in his 3rd season with Chicago and has been one of the popular GM candidates on the market. He turned down the Arizona Cardinals GM job last year and was a finalist for the Commanders post this year. Interviews continued today with the remaining internal candidate, Jags interim GM Ethan Waugh, Rams Director of Scouting Strategy James Gladstone, and Packers VP of Player Personnel John Eric Sullivan. I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. It's 46 degrees at 7 o'clock. Time and temperature brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
You know it! Yes, sir!
Good to be here on a Thursday. It's one day after Wednesday and one day before Friday in case you're scoring at home.
Got it down, kids.
That's what I'm here for, kids.
You're going to master 2nd grade today.
We are learning.
Coming at you to the back seat.
Como se dice Thursday in Espanol?
Como se dice. What is it? Lunes,
Miércoles, jueves.
Yeah. No, that's...
Jueves?
Yes. Jueves.
Jueves?
Yeah, Viernes is Friday.
Yeah.
Sábado, Domingo.
Sábado.
Yes.
Sábado.
Jueves is kind of forgotten. It's kind of the forgotten.
Jueves.
It's kind of
Jueves.
the forgotten Spanish day.
Tango un caso del lunes.
That's the case of the Mondays. That we know.
I don't know if we should do that.
That's probably culturally inappropriate at this.
I should skip that one.
Yeah, we meant no
That was
disrespect.
old. I apologize.
Back in the day, where non-Canadian meant something at one point.
It was a game we.
You never knew.
Who knew? Good to be here for everyone, and good show today. I have a message I should text our friend Don Anthony Baselli Jr.
Okay.
He is conducting interviews.
Okay.
Along with Liam Cohen. I believe Mark Lamping is involved as well with the general manager job. And if he could send us all cryptic messages in the photos that they're taking now. We've gotten to the point where, could you come in here for just a second?
Okay.
Okay. I want Jeff.
Is this Tony strolling out with Cunningham?
I want you to pretend I'm Tony and
he's going to be Cunningham.
Pretend he's Cunningham.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen this
photo.
photo.
Should happen. So we've just conducted our interview.
Dan's on the other side. They've just conducted. Come along, Ian.
I really like you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to hire you.
Yeah. Yeah. Tony's got a big, wide smile. He's embracing him.
Now he can give us a subtle message.
A subtle message.
We're tossing him to the wolves.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Dan saying the message would have otherwise, it would have been he just kind of walked out next to him, kind of staring at his big size 15 feet in front of him. And not being as demonstratively just happy and overjoyed.
No big smile if you're going to pick him.
It was like
Let us know.
like Liam Cohen all over again is what it felt like. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Why not do that? That would be really a nice
maybe
message
he did.
to us.
Well, we know Tony better than anyone. We know his ticks and his patterns. I think he still listens to us in the morning.
On the way in.
He used to always listen, nonstop.
I'd say on the way in, he listens.
Would you? Yeah, we better be.
Shout out, TB.
It all starts with Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser.
He is going to regret that for as long as he lives, Hick.
He came through.
He did. He's a champion for us.
He is. We can't forget that. We can't forget that when the Jags are 1-5 next year.
Yeah, we can.
You were talking about the Chargers going over to Sao Paulo.
Yeah.
And I thought, man, it's a good thing we weren't going. We crumbled because ETN fumbled. Do you imagine if we had to go to Brazil to start the season? I don't know.
The whole language.
I'm just so tired and I'm beat up and I need a day off.
That's the old regime, Hick.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully. Things have a tendency of repeating themselves around here. I'm not there. I'm in the show me state.
Well, sure, for sure. Yeah. We all have to be, but
Duval. That's what I'm into. I'm into that, LC. Duval. Thank you, my friend. Go get it.
Yeah, that was need a do-over on that one.
No do-overs.
Yeah.
There are no do-overs. You only get one shot.
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
You didn't bring me in a honey dripper, did you?
It's called the ball plays. Call the ball plays. That's what we need. So we'll see how that goes. I got some college football stuff I want to talk about this morning, and before I do, I'll throw out our Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day. It's brought to you by our friends at Dreamfinders Homes. I'm Dreamfinders Danny, as you know, and you can ring in the spring with an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate. Your chance to lock down the rate and get in the game. Visit DreamfindersHomes.com for sales event information. By the way, just tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you first-time homeowners. 15 different locations. FSU fans, we did Florida yesterday, so how you feeling about the transfer portal players and a new quarterback for FSU? And how it compares? What are your expectations coming up for this football season? And I've given you 4 choices. Program is broken. 5 to 6 wins. Bowl eligible. Or compete for the ACC.
Okay.
That's kind of how I look at it. Now, it's hard in these poll questions when you do Gators and Jags because you have the Gator fans will want to vote on it, or on the FSU one.
Yeah, but the idea of these poll questions is to put your biases aside and give your take as a sports fan on what they're going to. I mean, you're always going to have those polarized, bleep
now,
them.
I have a couple good point reads on here from some of the fans.
But I would go I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, just a couple things. 4 to 5 wins if we're lucky, and that's from a Knoll. FSU football was dealt a serious blow at the end of 2023 with the transfer portal in its current form. It could be years before we see the team recover. Another one, we're in the ACC for God's sake. We were given a death blow when we weren't in one of the 2 powerhouse conferences. They get the top revenue and top players year in, year out. We will be competitive, I think, but with a new structure, we're screwed.
I say, okay.
Those are the actual
the
replies.
comments, right.
But your choices are program is broken, 5 to 6 wins, bowl eligible, or compete for the ACC. Now, you know who's coming in. You have seen, it's hard because you don't know what young players are going to step up, but this is where they're at. But you do see their schedule and you've seen their quarterback play. What do you think?
Well, I want to look at the schedule specifically here. But my answer is not going to change despite what I look here. I'm going to say they're bowl eligible.
Bowl eligible?
Yeah.
6-7 wins.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think they were undefeated just 2 years ago. Everything could have gone wrong went wrong.
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
I will say this. Now, let me ask you this, and this can matter. I think we're underselling this. We haven't considered this when we pointed out maybe some of the negatives of Castellanos, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's one thing, though, that he's a lot more like what the successful quarterback at FSU under Mike Norvell has been like. He's got that Jordan Travis skill set that DJ Throw It Away never had, so I'm sure there's parts of the offense that will look similar to when Travis had that job. Castellanos at his best is a pretty good, has been good at his best. Now, and you play in the ACC outside of the league. I know they play Alabama, but they also play East Texas A&M. I swear they're from Friday Night Lights. They play Kent State. Outside of Miami and Florida and Clemson, you got the Stanfords and Wakes and Virginia Techs and Dukes and NC States of the world.
Yeah.
Should be able to beat 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
So that's where I would go.
Okay.
In fact, I would be more inclined to think that he would have them bounce back to 8 win than to go win 3 or 4.
All right. Right now, on the poll, 45.7 say program is broken. 23.3 say bowl eligible. 21.9 say 5 to 6 wins.
Yeah.
By the way, 6 wins get you in a bowl.
Yeah.
But I was just kind of going a little lower.
Well, it just you
and 9% think they'll compete for the ACC.
Yeah, that's just those are your polarizing. You can take it. So the 10% that think they're going to compete for the ACC, take about 10% off of that. The program is broken.
Yeah,
those are the polarizing side. So that puts it more down to, probably something a little bit more realistic. If you choose one college basketball game to go to in town, it would probably be the one tonight at JU and UNF for new acquaintances. It hasn't. I just wish we could get them going, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I think basketball would be so well served in this town if we could get JU and UNF year in, year out to be the team from the ASUN heading to the tournament. And I just, and we've had, it's been explained to us by Matty Driscoll.
Mm-hmm.
We've been explained, and some place, it may not like Eastern Kentucky or North Alabama, they don't look like a bigger brand, but their ability to commit to those programs as the bell cow and what and how they do it are obviously a little bit different. But JU's 10-5, UNF 7-8.
Okay.
UNF beat them at JU earlier this year, but they play tonight, so it's a fun game to get out to if it's not already sold out. It might be.
It's funny you mentioned the basketball game tonight. I'm actually going to a basketball game tonight, but it won't be the River City Rumble.
What are we going to?
I'm going to go support the high school boys. Reebok faces Rickards, I believe. They win and they're going to state.
Okay. That also sounds like fun.
Yeah.
We got some great high school basketball in this area.
Yeah, we do.
Every year, right? We high school basketball in Jacksonville, is this safe to say, Hick, is a more consistent threat to win a state title than high school football teams?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I would say so.
I know Jacksonville Public high school basketball teams that probably won a whole lot more state titles than
if
Jacksonville
you're talking
Public.
the area.
Sure. Yeah.
We had on the high school Lee Lockett, our high school segment. We had Jamie on the show earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he'll be leading the Reebok Trojans.
Oh, that's right. Impressive young man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, good. That'll be fun too.
Yeah. So, a lot of ball. A lot of stuff going on.
I have a Jaguars question. So, look, so much of what we talk about and speculate to and decide who we would sign or draft is in a gray area because we don't know exactly what the Jaguars are going to do when it comes to that roster as to who's on it and who's going to go bye-bye.
Right.
And I think there are 4 or 5 legitimate questions, and I ran through them with you. It was interesting to get his answers, but a couple I just want to ask you real quick. Over, under, new starters on the offensive line this year. I'll put it at 1.5. You playing the over or the under? Maybe.
That's a good question.
Yeah, maybe.
I would say
that was my goal, to come up with good questions.
Well, I mean, I think most of us think that Brandon Sheriff won't be back, and not that we know that yet, but I would say that would be. But they signed the left tackle. The right tackle's young. They gave a free agent deal to the left guard. The center has 1 year left on his contract, and he's a veteran. So I would take the under.
Yeah, so did he. But you do think it'll be 1?
I think there's 1. Yeah,
I think in reality, I think if we were going to be in a harsh reality, and also in a reality where you can't rebuild a Rome in a day, you can't. If you got 4 holes and only 3 plugs, you can only do so much. But the number should be 2.5, and it should be over. Our offensive line has been a drag forever. We've never been as much as a top 10 offensive line in the last 10 years. It's always a problem. We talk about it every year from start to finish of not being good enough. Year after year after year. Now, can just coaching and scheme fix some of that? I don't know. Is that fair, though? Am I misrepresenting that? Has there been a year since when that we were considered a top 10 line, or we weren't?
I think 2 years ago we were horrible.
Yeah.
I think last year we weren't as bad as I think we're easy to blame the offensive line for everything. And I don't know enough about the running backs didn't seem to have a good year. The quarterbacks didn't have a good year, but I haven't seen the stuff rates, but I do know that our quarterbacks were not sacked an inappropriate amount of, it wasn't like the way you describe it, like the dregs, so I don't think we're great by any stretch. I just think sometimes we react quickly to just put it on the offensive line when there are others as well. And I don't know the scheme. I got frustrated. I thought it was a very vanilla offense is what I've told you. And just in watching it, there was no imagination ever, and it drove me crazy. And so I don't know. I think it can be better, but I think you have to be careful to just say, okay, because if you want 3 new starters on the offensive line, then you're sacrificing maybe a defensive tackle. You're talking about the worst defense in the NFL. You want to talk about the dregs?
Oh no,
that was the defense.
No. I'm not saying it should. Would be,
but that would happen if you're going to get me 3 new starters. They got to be better than the guys that we have, and to get them, we're going to have to either invest dollars or invest high draft capital. So to do that, I think you have to at points. I don't know.
We've said it too. I mean, look, some facts that we have bemoaned through the highs, the not even highs, the mid ranges and the lows of this offensive lineman still remain true to this point, though, and that is they haven't drafted a Pro Bowl offensive lineman since Tony Baselli.
Yeah,
we haven't sent an offensive lineman to the Pro Bowl, and since when? Who's the last Jaguar offensive lineman to go to the Pro Bowl? The fact that we have to sit here and think and grind, our line has been terrible.
I don't think we've sent anyone but Sears and Tony.
That's what I'm saying. You can't win in the NFL if it's a good year if your offensive line, and this isn't the be-all, end-all. I'm trying to find a ranking. PFF had them 19 this year, which is the highest they've landed in a while.
19?
19.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just at some point you got to have a top 5 offensive line. And you can't build it all. And I
don't know that you do. I mean, I remember
you know who was number 1 this year? The number 1 offensive line,
Philly,
the Eagles.
But so what? Well, I'm just going to say I remember Sticks Jeremiah saying you don't need. I mean, the Chiefs won without a great offensive line. Obviously, if you ask what was the biggest cause of concern in Kansas City, it was the O-line. So I don't know. I mean, you can't be awful.
I didn't mean to go so deep there. The real question I have is this. Why do you, and I get, you don't need people to hit their forehead and think I'm dumb. We certainly understand any and every parameter of what it means to navigate a roster without looking at the financial facts specifically. Mm-hmm. But would it not be incredibly frustrating to get to a point on a team that has salary cap room, so to speak, and you'd like to hope a relationship good enough with players to move some money around if you needed to. But in what world would it make any sense to release Christian Kirk and keep Gabe Davis?
Well, I don't know the numbers, but I know that with Kirk, just because I read in the Graziano thing, it would free up more than $10 million in available cap space.
Yeah.
I don't know what – I think if you release Gabe Davis, I don't think it would free up money. I think it would cost you money.
I got you.
I think.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I don't either, and that's why I say it.
Because, there's no question who's a better player.
His actual salary this year, Kirk, is only 15-point-something million. The actual salary.
Yeah, but the cap hit is like 24.
24.
They'll restructure.
That's what
That's
they
a
should
fact.
do. Yeah.
They'll. I mean, again, and if they can't agree to that, then they'll release him. I think that's the.
Would you rather have?
I'd rather have Christian Kirk.
No, would you rather have Christian Kirk or Chris Godwin? I think I'd rather have Kirk. I'd rather have a guy who's worked with, who's been here. The problem, at his
I'm not breaking the bank to get Chris Godwin.
That's what I mean.
We should have got Chris Godwin 3 years ago. I'm not getting him now.
Right, you're right. He's coming off an injury. That's why I say it, because that's a name that you're going to hear.
Yeah.
Right? He's from the Tampa Bay offense.
I'd rather have the McMillan kid. The Arizona kid.
Okay.
That's what I'd rather have.
In the draft, which we're not going to use that fifth pick on.
Doesn't seem like it.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like
that's anti what they're thinking down there, I think.
Oh, but I think Kirk wants to be here. I think he's willing to. It sounds to me like we had him on the show a couple
I don't mean
times.
to bang on Gabe Davis. I'm just saying, man, let's keep at some point, keep the guys who are still good.
No question.
Yeah.
We talked about that with Darius Williams last year versus Ronald Darby.
Right.
Or
look what happened.
Rayshawn Jenkins and the safeties that we trotted out there all year long. And now we need it. Now we need a safety, as everybody's saying. So, So, and it's just like last year, every move that they made turned out to be the wrong move.
Yeah.
If you go back
in
and
free
look
agency. Yeah.
in
The
free
veteran
agency.
part. The draft was decent.
Like
at least had some hits.
Moving Foye and telling Josh Allen to put on weight and those types of things didn't seem to work very well.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So, anyway, we're just warming up. We got a lot to do today. Should be a fun day.
Come back with a 10-minute drill, some headlines from what's popping out on the sports world, that and more on a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday.
Boom.
This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
Well, you heard Jeff say, and ESPN has predicted that Christian Kirk would be the highest cut candidate. He does have a high salary cap hit, $24 million plus, and the Jags would free up $10 million plus in available cap space. And the biggest question with Christian are the injuries. He's missed the last couple of years because of injuries. In his first season here, he had 1,100 receiving yards. And he had, in 2023, he had 800 receiving yards despite missing 5 games. So he certainly still can play the game. It's just a question of can the two sides come to some sort of agreement. That would be my best guess. I think the buzzword with Christian is restructure. And that's your Duval Minute. Brought to you by our friends at Lift Power. Lift Power, always looking for experienced lift truck and dock and door technicians. Benefits are unbelievable. 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. You heard me right. That's why Lift Power year in and year out is voted one of the best places to work. Boy, I tell you what, you ever go over to Lift Power? Great folks. And they're always smiling. They're always happy. And they're happy because it's a great company to work for, stable, been around for 50-plus years. Don't let this opportunity slip by. If you want to make a career change, go to liftpower.com and look at the opportunities. That's liftpower.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Follow the JU Dolphins on 1010XL.
It's Fins Up and Swoop. River City Rumble Part 2. JUUNF. Tonight at 8 on 1010 AM.
This is Daytona, the awe-inspiring spectacle of Supercross, and the most challenging course to witness the air-catching, adrenaline-pumping, heart-pounding action unlike any other race in Florida. Daytona Supercross. The biggest names battle it out under the lights at the World Center of Racing. Don't miss it. The gate drops Saturday, March 1st. Secure your tickets and trackside access today at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Hey, it's one of life's most important decisions if you're 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, you have children. Of course, you want to take care of your family. So I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. Matt's the attorney. I'm not, but we both want to know, have you done your last will? Listen, you work hard for your money, man. You want to get those assets to the people that you choose. Also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson's your guy. He'll listen. He'll help you with some tough decisions. He'll provide you info needed so you're at ease with your choice. It's the Hinson Law Firm. If you got questions, reach out to Matt. He's got the answers. 527-1700, 904-527-1700. The offices are in Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, do not let the state decide your fate.
These days, we do everything from our phones. That's why JEA's app lets you manage your utility services anytime, anywhere. Whether you want to view your account, pay your bill, sign up for programs, or check the outage map, you can do it all right from the app, when and where it's convenient for you. Because we want to make doing business with us as quick and easy as possible. Download the free JEA app from the App Store today. JEA, your community, your utility.
Mia here. You want to know what I'm so over? Resolutions. You want to know what I am into? The revolution, hitting the road in a new Toyota from Arlington Toyota. So what do you say? Join the Arlington Toyota revolution and save big with financing as low as 0% on select new models. Or get up to $8,500 off select new Toyotas. Plus, every new Toyota purchase from Arlington Toyota comes with Arlington's lifetime warranty and 60-day exchange. Shop in person on Atlantic Boulevard, just a quarter mile east of 295, or at arlingtontoyota.com. Visit arlingtontoyota.com/0% for full details.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Don't miss the Players Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scottie Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
I'm Max Fink. Join me for the Gator Report on 1010XL as I break down the latest storylines in Gator Nation.
Put together by San Jose Collision on the home of the Florida Gators, 1010XL.
Go, Gator! You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple of years ago. When it's smooth as silk, Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. Was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Bueller.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, what's the matter?
I don't know about this air conditioner, Jason.
You know, my job is actually to...
I mean, 1 minute it's working, and the next minute it's not working. And every time I leave the house, I don't know if I'm coming back to a nice, cool oasis or a steaming cesspool of sweaty garbage fumes and dog farts, and then I'll never get to sleep. And I'll be too late to call someone. And what if I've got a big meeting the next morning and I haven't slept a wink?
Okay, dude. Stay cool. Or at least stay cooler.
But
Bueller Air and Plumbing can figure out why your AC only works sometimes and not all the time. We fix that kind of stuff every day.
You mean you can...
Life moves pretty fast. If you spend all your time worrying about an air conditioner that can totally be fixed, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, you only cost for the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by May 15th.
I-9 Sports invites parents on the First Coast to log on and check out what they can offer with sports year-round. Spring and summer registration open right now. And with ages 3 to 7, there's something for everyone. i9sports.com. Enter 1010 in the promo code and get your kid in the game.
1010 1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox dealer on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hit it.
Yeah. Yeah. We got sports concepts. We got sports rationalizations. It's called the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, E likes to hand out what he refers to as razzle dazzle. E, what do we got today?
What do I got today? I got a Firehouse Sub swag basket. That includes lunch for two from Firehouse, of course, but also it comes with a travel tumbler and more. All you got to do is hit me up at the end of the 10-minute drill.
Hey, how did
Man, don't come in here with that foolishness, bro.
Hey, did Bronny get some minutes last night?
Hey, he reacted.
Did you show E the SNL skit?
Which one?
The Leave Bronny Alone as a category?
Oh,
no.
snap.
From the 50s?
No.
Sleep, Bronny.
So E.T. On the SNL 50, they do this, this parody, Black Jeopardy.
Yeah, I saw a segment of that.
Yeah, it was funny because Tracy Morgan was playing a character, and then Eddie Murphy was playing Tracy Morgan.
Yeah, it was Black
funny.
Jeopardy.
Black Jeopardy, but one of the it had these 5,
Yeah, that's right, it did.
baiting columns of, what's the word I'm looking for?
Categories.
Categories, thank you.
Yes.
Categories in my brain. But one of them was Leave Bronny Alone. I'll show it to you. Show it to you in the break.
Leave Bronny alone.
Lakers lost last night to Charlotte. So much for the Dirk and LeBron thing. It's a massive failure.
Luka, yeah, Luka and LeBron. I told it goes to show you it's not easy. Even if you're a top 3 player in the world, even if you're better than the guy whose team you're joining, that's a hard dynamic to kind of get working. Like, I'm sure Luka go out and score 60 any night he wanted to in Dallas. I'm sure he's wondering where exactly he's supposed to be pushing or pulling. That's going to be on LeBron to tell him.
It looks like Cam and Shador are kind of working out together, or I don't know if this is old video or what, but it's got to be somewhat new. But they both trash talk a lot to each other. It's kind of funny.
I saw the kind of staged one that they were doing. Or
Shador's lady he told him, "You quit on your team in the bowl game." So they have a back and forth that's kind of funny.
They've been working out together for a while.
Yeah, I'm sort of enjoying it.
How did he? What was the comeback for that?
I don't know. They just go back and forth on it.
I'm clickbaiting here. I didn't actually watch the video, but I saw the description of what those two are into. Listen, I don't think it's set in stone who will be available at 5. Inevitably, some of these guys that we're seeing earmarked ahead, you don't know where they fall to. But at 5, if you're insistent on going big, there really only seems to be one option there, doesn't there? If you're going big at 5, who is it if it's not Mason Graham?
Oh, it's Hunter.
If he's there?
Yeah.
I said if you're going big. I'm saying,
you're going a big body?
Yeah.
And it's not Mason Graham?
Yeah.
Oh.
You're not. I guess you're not. I mean, because we talk. What if Mason Graham goes in the top 4 and Hunter goes in the top 4? That's not out of the realm of possibility.
No.
The Patriots could take Mason Graham. They could love him. Vrabel could love him.
I could see Will Johnson, maybe, the corner from Michigan.
Yeah.
I could see
that
him.
kind of high.
I don't know. I just read something.
Would you rather have him or McMillan? My point is,
personally McMillan, but I just read something about Will Johnson that said he has the best feet in the draft and he's the best. He's the best corner in the draft.
This is where the combine is going to accentuate
better than Hunter.
This is where the combine is going to accentuate some of these opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's one thing that they're going to be some. Now, whether or not that's right or wrong, there's going to be some movement, at least somewhat, among these prospects based on what they do. When you learn so and so's got a pre-existing knee, or so and so's 20 pounds lighter than you thought, or so and so. Oh my God, he ran a 4.59. That kind of thing.
Right.
Here's one off the text line, boys, brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures. Would you boys swap first with Dallas for Parsons, knowing you would have to pay him?
Yes.
He lines up all over the field and can easily fit in.
You don't
with
have
Walker.
to sell me. Yeah, $100 million. Well, you got to pay him, but can you?
All right, can you?
Like, we'll pay everyone. We're just like fans. That way, sure, we'll take him. T. Higgins. You got anybody else? We'll take them all.
But I mean, the Rams did it, so why can't we?
Well,
they figured it out.
I guess they thought they were a lot closer to a Super Bowl than we think we are here.
I'm like Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, is trying to figure it out, and he said, "I don't know. The Eagles seem like they pay everybody."
Yeah, and the Rams did before him, and the one that doesn't is the Chiefs.
Yeah, Chiefs will the Chiefs are going to let Trey Smith walk.
Yeah. They'll plug in the next guy. But
Yeah.
they have the luxury of having the best quarterback in the league, the best winning quarterback in the league. Is he the physical best every single time he takes the field? Maybe not, but he's definitely the best quarterback.
Yeah, we start to change a little.
Well,
bit.
the losses matter, and then you find ways to pick it apart. If it weren't for the Niners, would you have any? Overtime win over the Eagles. You started picking apart a little bit, and the two that you lost, you got dominated. So those matter.
Yeah.
Like we talked about before, the Patriots never got dominated. Tom Brady never got his butt beat that bad ever.
Yeah, it's kind of like
with the Patriots in the Super Bowl. I mean,
yeah, but in that respect, you could say it's kind of like Jordan, LeBron.
Except Jordan was
if Mahomes piles up the Super Bowls, whether they win or lose, and would
LeBron's
you
out of time, so that you ain't gonna catch him.
Would you rather be 4-10 in 14 Super Bowls?
Sure.
Or what was
or 4-4?
What was Brady? 7-3?
I would rather go to the Super Bowl 18 times than
you would
10. Sure.
Okay. Even if you lost.
If I get 4, if you're going to tell me I'm going to go 0-13, then we'll talk.
No, I'm not going to tell you.
No, if I'm going to win 4, yeah,
get 4.
I'll take 4. Give me one every 3 or 4 years and go every year.
But we would criticize a 4-10 guy over a 4-0 guy.
We would. That's fair.
Isn't that weird?
It is.
We would though.
And then we would. I think though. Then we would rationally.
Hopefully, reality would hit us.
Yeah, I think we'd rationally talk to the reality. Well, that's
Wait a
stupid.
second.
This
Yeah.
other guy went. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Joe Montana was 4-0, right?
Yeah, 4-0.
Yeah.
I think there is something
And what's
more
Mahomes
to be
now? 3-2.
3-2.
And Brady was 7-3.
7-3.
Yeah. Yeah.
More impressive though with Brady's. He went 6-3 and then said okay and went somewhere. First year in Tampa. No, what is first year there? They won.
Oh, it's
like his first year.
Terrific.
Went to Tampa and won. So good luck, Mahomes. You're never going to be the GOAT. Nobody's going to do that. Look, especially this. Look at all those veteran quarterbacks that try and go be that missing piece somewhere, and they don't even make the playoffs.
Works. Never works.
Well, we got MVPs galore that do this, right? Aaron Rodgers the latest.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan an MVP couldn't do it, couldn't cut it in Indy. It never works.
Yeah.
This dude went year 1 and beat Mahomes.
Beat Mahomes
in the game.
Beat Mahomes. Mahomes is 89-23 as a starter in the league.
There's a similar. You're talking about the win-loss as a quarterback in the Super Bowl.
7 years
Mm-hmm.
for Mahomes.
Yeah.
5 Super Bowls. And only AFC championships. Is that correct?
Yes. Well, except for the 1 year that he didn't play. You mean 7 starting seasons, right?
Yeah, his first year he didn't play.
Right. One start.
In his 7 years as a starter, the worst he's done is go to the AFC title.
That's correct. And we talked about that. It's time for the
sign me up for that.
The AFC for sure. But the one thing that's for this it's the excuses for the AFC is over.
Yeah.
Because these NFC teams don't seem to have a problem at all beating the hell out of Kansas City. Just beating them to death now, twice in Super Bowl.
Twice.
So enough of the excuses of the Buffaloes and Baltimores. Go get the top seed and make it work. It almost makes it worse, and that includes us. We had a shot at the big bad Chiefs. They weren't so big and bad. We're right in the game. We let Chad Henne go 90-something.
12-4, 11-3, 14-1, 12-5, 14-3, 10-6, 15-1.
And the AFC's been pretty good. That's the sick part.
Golly,
It
that's
has.
good.
It's been pretty good.
89-23.
I mean, he's doing it in a conference with Burrow, Jackson, and Allen in their prime.
I'm a little concerned about his completion percentage.
Only 63?
66.6.
Sign of the devil. Maybe they got defeated at the Super Bowl apocalypse.
245 touchdown passes. 245 in 7 years. That's well over 30 a year. 74 picks. That's 10 a year, right?
Yeah. Oof. Well, and it's a lot more than that. It's not like statistically he's not the best in the league. He's got a year or two where he has.
Yes.
It's more than that. And it was the same with Brady. He wasn't statistically. He wasn't the one every year that had the most yards and touchdown passes. Who cares?
Aaron Rodgers was that guy.
Yeah.
And he didn't win.
Yeah, right. Peyton Manning was that guy. He didn't win.
Right.
All right, Doc Murphy is next.
Okay.
That's the 10-minute drill.
I like that.
What do you have to give away in there today, E.T., and what do folks have to do, the fine folks of the listener Ship, what do they have to do?
All the fine folks have to do is hit me up at 904-641-1010 right now to win a Firehouse Sub Swag basket. That includes lunch for two from Firehouse, plus a tumbler. 904-641-1010. There can only be one. I'll let your boy.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hacker here, thinking I did something spectacular, dropping 123 pounds. But then Steve pops in and dropped a whopping 150 pounds with a Waken 180 weight loss.
I got started because I was sick and tired of just being sick and tired all the time. Wanted more from life, and I knew that at my size, I wasn't being who I could be, who I want to be for not only myself, but for my wife. And I was like, something has got to change, and it's got to start soon. I mean, the program is so easy. Everything is really written down for you on your first day. Having someone there to help you and also keep you accountable, just having that someone to talk to, and even the fact that Awaken 180 offers free maintenance for life is amazing because keeping the weight off is a lifetime commitment.
A lifetime commitment is what you'll receive with Awaken 180. 25 pounds like Dempsey, 40 pounds like Matt Hayes, or maybe it's over 100 pounds like Steve and me. Awaken 180 will get you there online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, Hicken here for Bow 9 Associates. You'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at all of their locations after being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world. Dr. Frank Bowden, he's frequently called upon for his expert opinion. Currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of Bow 9. Visit Bow 9 Associates today and experience the difference. They're keeping the First Coast focused. That is Bow 9 Associates.
Tired of a plain and boring backyard? Stonecore on Phillips Highway is your one-stop choice to beautify your home. With pavers, stonework, outdoor kitchens, fireplaces, pergolas, and driveways. Visit stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
Hey folks, Hicken here for Zero Res, and if you still have a little bit of time for the hottest price of the year on carpet cleaning, maybe you had people over for the game or you're doing early spring cleaning, but in February, only $147 for 3 rooms, plus the 4th room is free. That's right, schedule now and you'll get 3 rooms for $147, and the 4th room is free. Yeah, the 4th room is on me. Hottest price of the year. Zero Res. Spell it forward, spell it backwards. Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
C-E-R-O-R-E-C. Zero Res.
One of the best things about being on the First Coast is standing at the center of the golf world.
Yes, it is.
Brunch with a tour.
Tour news, tips, and inside info. Brought to you by
Clearwater Irrigation. 8:30 Tuesday morning on 1010XL.
When you're a little kid on the playground, they tell you don't hit back. Well, the courtroom isn't a playground. And if you've suffered an injury or death in your family, I'm here to tell you it's okay to hit back and fight to make them pay. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we understand all the pain and emotion that comes with being wrong. And we've dedicated our lives to making things right for people like you. So if you get hit, hit back with Hastings Injury Law. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Rick Ballou for Carlson Dental. You know, I've been telling you this for quite some time because it's true. I hate going to the dentist, or at least I used to hate going to the dentist. I had total anxiety, and then I tried sedation, light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation as well for cavities and root canals. Folks, it's an incredible experience. So don't be nervous. Don't be scared. Go to CarlsonDentalGroup.com. That's CarlsonDentalGroup.com for all of your dental needs.
AC replacement? Not warming up when you want it? If your HVAC unit is close to calling it quits, make sure you call Florida Home AC. With over $4,500 in buyback and tax credits waiting for you, take advantage of it. 777-4300 for Florida Home AC.
Tired of seeing the signs of aging in the mirror? Fine lines, sun damage, redness? They don't have to be part of your future. I'm Dr. Mark Capel, a board-certified dermatologist, and I can help you look and feel your best without invasive surgery or painful treatments. Imagine rejuvenating your skin in a relaxing, comfortable environment with minimal to no downtime. Smooth out fine lines, even skin tone, and restore that youthful glow. Find out how to look and feel your best at Dermagnify.com. Dermagnify.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I feel like a little swing.
Yeah, you're swinging, baby. This is right up the alley there, buddy.
It's the Honey Drippers.
Kind of gives me a little Aykroyd Belushi vibe.
Now I wonder, yeah, a little bit there. The Blues Brothers. Did the Honey Drippers take it from Jacksonville's just Honey Dripper term? Or did we invent something? We did something.
They had to.
Something originated here as Honey Drippers. The shrimp are going to be the Honey Drippers for a couple of days. He said he wants to throw out the first pitch. You take care of that?
Yes. Before Doc Murphy rolls in, I do have an update on something that has been gripping and making me stay up at night.
Wow. Okay.
NASA doesn't want to miss a thing. They're plotting how to destroy the city killer asteroid that has a chance of hitting the Earth.
Yeah, we're never getting hit by an asteroid.
We're not?
No.
Oh, good.
Doesn't end that way.
Oh,
I'm positive.
I don't know if it's going to end. I just think it's going to cause some problems in a city.
Oh. I think that we have the capability and the technology to bump that thing off course.
It's called 2024 YR4.
Mm-hmm.
Probability of hitting the Earth in 2032.
I expect you from now, right now, before we go any further, because this is going to be an ongoing storyline on this show for years. What did you call it? 22 blank? What is
2024 YR4.
No. You're naming the sucker right now.
Yeah.
So from now on, when you say George or whatever you name him, you're going to name the asteroid that you are hell-bent and determined to scare Jacksonville into believing it's going to hit us. He's going to have a name, not LPQTY54.
I'd like to name it in honor of one of the greats.
Exactly.
The Stamper.
The Stamper.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
The Stamper. Says the Stamper is hurtling towards us and with a 1.5 probability of hitting the Earth.
1.5%?
Okay.
Yeah. This guy looks like he's like fresh off the course at Troon or something.
NASA and international agencies are feverishly, that means they're working overtime.
It's actually Troon. Okay.
To track the space rock and looking at how to blow it to smithereens if
this
necessary.
is the nerds just prepping themselves up as they're going to save us. That's
no one is panicking.
Yeah, they shouldn't.
Remain calm! But it's definitely what we're talking about in the hallways of NASA.
Yeah.
The Stamper.
Mm-hmm.
We know
NASA, this is an attention grab.
We know we have enough time to act, but now is the time to start planning. You can't half-ass this at the last minute.
Right.
End quote.
Right. This is like
pay attention.
This is coming from the Jim Cantori of NASCAR.
It's about 130 to 300 feet wide.
Mm-hmm.
Impact probability 1.5%. Good news, down from 3.1.
Let's see.
At risk, 110 million people.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Scare tactics.
Sadly, it's December 22nd, 2032. It's not going to make for a good Christmas for some. Impact location. This is important. Eastern Pacific Ocean, Northern South America, the Atlantic Ocean, Africa, the Arabian Sea, and South Asia.
You pretty much named the whole globe.
Yeah. Its projected trajectory could mean impact in 8 of the world's most populated cities: Bogota, Lagos, Nigeria, Mumbai, India.
I look forward when we get to the point where they convince us that climate changes is attracting it to hit the Earth more.
If you put it over Paris or London or New York, you basically wipe out the whole city and some of the environs.
Yeah, this is, you know what this is? A bad movie.
There it is, Doc. The Stamper.
This is one of those movies they put on sci-fi and the effects are terrible. That's what it is. You got
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist is not affiliated with the NFL or the Jacksonville Jaguars. Discussion regarding injuries is solely based on opinion. Coming up, the weekly Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Medical Report featuring Dr. Kevin Murphy, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, upper extremities, and arthroscopy of the shoulders and knees. Dr. Murphy is a nationally and internationally recognized orthopedic expert. He's a former orthopedic consultant to the White House and the Pentagon, and currently serves as head team physician for UNF, the Jacksonville Icemen, and Northeast Florida area high schools.
He's the man. He's the legend. It's Dr. Kevin Murphy. Looking sharp and suave. You going into the OR like that?
I know where he's going.
Huh?
Yeah, he's going to be, his OR is going to have green grass underneath his spikes. That's his OR today, friend.
Courses for horses.
I'm looking at two of them. I'm starting to think, where are you two playing together today? Like I've been left on the outside. You feel me? I got two of them here.
Yeah.
Horses for courses.
Yeah. Oh, horses. That's what. Yeah.
There's a letter difference between me and Doc Murphy. Okay?
There's a
letter difference.
All right.
Doc Murphy, PC. Dan Hicken, HH.
PC. I didn't do I don't know either. I'm lost.
When you're thinking about where you may be playing golf today.
Oh yeah. You said PC. It's PB.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's what threw me off.
Pablo.
Oh yeah. You're right.
PC.
Yeah, you're right. You are right. My bad. What's HH? Oh, hidden hills.
A little difference.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. That's okay.
I'm a home course guy, but I won't be playing today.
Yeah. How are you, Doc?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Good.
Doc, my pitcher has a lat injury, and they say he's out 6 to 8 weeks. Frankie Montas, a severe lat. That's 6 to 8 of shutdown. No, not too long. He said he's feeling better already.
That's a long time.
Okay, that's good news
for a muscle.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a long time.
All right, so
it's more like 4 weeks would be
now
more legitimate.
The one thing is, you're shut down means you can't throw, so then you have to amp up again. So that's another 3 weeks. So
yeah, still, you don't need to shut down a lat for 4 weeks. You're going to shut that down a couple weeks and rehab that thing and hopefully be back throwing in 4.
The Gators have a center, Micah Hanlogton, who had a gruesome, fractured leg, pierced, what do you call that, open wound last year in the SEC championship game, which would have been in March. He's been cleared for quite some time. He's back, and he played the other night, and it was nice to see. Those things, I mean, it's amazing what you guys can do with medicine, but they heal those things up.
Yeah, those look really bad.
They look really bad, is I guess my point.
The risk of it coming through the skin really adds the risk of infection to it, but bones heal predictably well. So much better to get a broken bone, particularly a long bone, like the tibia, the long bone of the leg, than it would be to get a PCL or a ACL, PCL combined multi-ligament knee injury. Much harder to recover from that.
The Gators have a couple of big men right now with ankle injuries, but these are just typical sprained ankles. They've already been out for, half a week. A week or two between Alexis and Condon. We should be both back and healthy in the next couple of weeks, certainly in time for tournament play, right?
For sure. Yeah, and those, you've had those. The ankles, pretty common thing with the, basketball players and ankle injuries. They've had that their whole life. So it's not a big deal for them to recover quickly from those.
Doc, we've talked about the return line, and we've talked about Spencer Strider coming back from Tommy John for the Braves this year, but then he has the one, what was it? The one where he has the brace put in. There's two different types of Tommy John, I guess. And can you explain the difference between the two and the shorter long-term effects of one versus the other?
Yeah, so the standard procedure is a reconstruction of the ulnar collateral ligament. You take either a tendon out of the forearm or you use a cadaver graft to replace the ligament that's torn and stretched. And
that takes, you've seen those. That's a year to recover fully, typically for these pitchers. That's a little long, but that's kind of the deal. The internal brace is the other one where you basically put a big, thick rope-like suture in there, a permanent suture to replace it or augment it. So you don't necessarily reconstruct the ligament. You're basically splinting it internally to try and support it and let it heal.
Is it because it's less severe than the first?
Yeah, you
scenario?
would not do that. If somebody had a completely torn ulnar collateral ligament and you put an internal brace in, you might as well not have operated on them.
Now, so the internal brace, his ETA is significantly shorter than the overhaul that you
It
talked
should
about
be.
first?
They typically, with these big-time pitchers, keep them out longer than they have to. But, yes, it should be because you're basically augmenting or bracing the ligament to let it heal, and the healing time is probably really 3 months.
Braves fans right now are optimistic, hope that, and I'm going to move off of Strider, that another guy, it just took a little bit longer to get back to full strength. Ian Anderson has he may have the lowest postseason ERA in baseball history, but he's pitched to like a 1.26 in 6 or 8 starts. He's got World Series wins. He was, had a very high ceiling. It was thought he had a Tommy John in 2023, and they say now, and again, we always hear now, has looked much better now and seems to be the old Ian Anderson, whereas the last couple of years he's had a certain amount of struggles. Could that be just that you're finally fully healthy, or would he have been last year, and this is
Yeah, it doesn't
other
take
reasons?
that long to get fully healthy. He just, he may have changed his mechanics to a degree because of the surgery. That any number of things could have contributed, but it wouldn't be the ligament not having healed by then.
Well, the good side for the good, hopeful, optimistic sign for Braves fans are that he is perfectly healthy. He's going to be in the rotation. We'll see if he can be what he was in years past, but they're counting on him to be one of their 5.
Doc, this one's a little odd to me. The Yankees, Giancarlo Stanton, who's one of their power hitters, battled injuries his whole career. Soreness in both elbows. Hasn't swung a bat in 3 to 4 weeks. Said the injury is something he played through last season, expects to do the same this year. It's definitely not just soreness, Stanton said. It was a manageable thing last year. That's how last year and this year will go. It's not a when did it feel good, when did it feel bad. There's always a pain level there. You got to deal with that. It's just the wisest point to give it time right now. Surgery is not a worry at this point, but his level of pain is very high.
Wow.
What is that? What is that? Is that like tennis elbow from swinging bats? What?
Yeah, it could be. Both arms would be unlikely.
Both arms?
Be unlikely. My suspicion would be that he has some instability, and he's probably getting some little chips and things. When you really hyperextend, when you swing, the bones can smack together in the elbow, and you get little pieces of cartilage in there.
Yeah,
that may be getting caught. I wouldn't be surprised if you hear about him getting a scope and cleaning that elbow up at some point.
Yeah, pain in both elbows. Said he has tears in the tendons of both of the joints. Very high pain.
Yeah, and it goes along with the ulnar collateral ligament, a little looseness, and then you get some little bit of instability and so forth. You can even get nerve issues with that too. So hard to know but if they're talking about tendon tears, it's probably a little bit of a looseness problem. I doubt that it's just tennis elbow type pain because that goes away pretty predictably.
Oh, okay. When Stanton swings, it appears he uses most of his upper body, and in particular his massive arms. He doesn't appear to engage his legs quite as much as other players. That's his style. I would not be surprised if you did a biomechanical study and saw the stress of his elbows. It's more than any other player, swing harder type thing. But
yeah,
very
and
weird.
that can grind the bones together and get little chips in there.
What is tennis elbow? What is that?
So tennis elbow is a tendonitis on the outside part of the elbow where all the extensor tendons attach. So that bothers you, typically when you're gripping.
Yes.
Certainly could be part of it. But again, that you put a cortisone shot in that and that goes away.
Okay.
They'd have already done all that. You do PRP to get it to heal. A number of things that can make that go away. It's not this is killing me forever the description. This seems more mechanical with looseness or some loose pieces in there more so than just a tendonitis.
Okay. Interesting.
What about Anthony Rendon is now going to have hip surgery, Hick?
Yeah.
Man, this is the worst free agent signing in the history of sports.
Yeah, it's bad.
Sports. Is that fair?
Yes.
Worse than Deshaun, and that wasn't a free agent, it was a trade. This is worse than Deshaun. I mean, this guy went for $1 trillion to the Angels off of his, MVP candidate with Washington. Arguably, as good or more important than. Did Harper win with the Washington, Dan? He was on the winning team?
Yes.
The World Series team, right? I know Soto was. Harper was gone, wasn't he?
I think he was gone, yeah.
But Soto was on that team, but Rendon was as big or important or more important than any of them when Washington won their World Series. I mean, it's kind of the pitching staff that was a big part of it, but wasn't Rendon the star of that team?
Yeah, Bryce Harper's not won any championships. Yeah. Rendon was unbelievable.
Yeah, it was the star of that team, and he went to the Angels for this unbelievable
7
amount of
years, $245 million.
At the time, that was incredible, too. It was even more incredible than it sounds there. And
he's only in the third year of his deal.
And what's he played? How many games did he play?
Well, he played
30?
In 2021, he played 58. He just one thing.
Well, 21, 22, 23, 24, 20. He's in the fifth year.
Okay.
And he hadn't played at all. I saw that
Not
in
at
his
all.
time there, he played less games than the same 4-year period where Ted Williams served in the Army.
Oof.
Or Ted Williams threw a plane for 3 of the 5. That's what it is. His 5 years with the Angels, you can take 5 Ted Williams years. You can include 3 that he was he's a fighter pilot, I believe, and he had better stats, missing 3 full years to the combat service.
Oh boy,
yeah,
not good, not good. But hip surgery is.
That's it. You're not done for the year,
deal,
right?
Well, it's probably a labral tear of his hip.
Okay.
You know, it's done through a scope. But it's going to be a significant recovery time. He's probably 6 months.
Could he play this 6 months?
No, he's probably 6 months.
Oh yeah.
Best case 3, but he's probably 6 months.
Oh, this is great. There's actually those sports fans.
Mm-hmm.
There's an up and running live Anthony Rendon theft tracker. It's stolen from the Angels, $129,285,000, remaining $115 million. But it's actually they're clicking out. Heads up, Rendon has earned $25.68 while you've been $28.13 while you've been on this site, $29.30.58, $31.80 while you've been on this site.
Doc, I've gotten a tweet. Please ask the doctor his thoughts on a bone callus. My daughter broke her hand earlier this year at the University of Kentucky, and they put her in a cast. She's went through rehab, done soccer drills and everything, but they have not released her to dive and so forth.
So callus is the bone heals. That's what we call it, is the bone that kind of surrounds the fracture to heal it. That's the callus.
Okay.
So that's a normal thing. We want to see that in the healing. If it's a displaced fracture, you get usually more callus or more of a bump from that that can irritate things, but the callus is part of the healing.
Okay.
So I'm not a little unclear what the issue is, whether the callus is causing problems or there's not enough callus and it's not healing. Those are kind of different animals.
Okay. Yeah, broke her hand and put her in a cast through rehab, done soccer drills and everything, but they've not released her to dive and so forth.
Yeah, when you see the callus, you see it's healed. So, broken bone in the hand, it heals 4 weeks, 6 weeks, you're a go typically.
Okay. All right. All righty then. Anything else?
That's all, as far as I know.
All right, boys.
Good to see
go.
you, my man.
Thank you.
You guys have fun. I just want you to know I have officially been invited not 1, but 2 different country clubs around town during this segment. So you guys have fun. This is the drill.
See you out there, Doc.
Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Because you're not the only car on I-95.
Look, I need a spacecraft, something that can travel 300 times the speed of light.
It's the Frangie Show.
Seatbelts.
Afternoons on 1010XL.
Don't miss the Players' Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scottie Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Experience the high-flying action truly unlike anything on the Supercross circuit at Daytona Supercross. Saturday, March 1st. Side-by-side intensity of Monster Energy AMA Supercross on the most demanding track of the circuit. Get close to the action as riders get pushed to the limits on the Ricky Carmichael designed track. For a chance to win tickets to Daytona Supercross, answer this. Who won the 450 final Supercross at Daytona in 2024? Text the winner's last name to 641-1010 now.
Youth
Sports at the YMCA's focus on teamwork, discipline, and building confidence. Our experienced coaches can create a positive and supportive environment where your kids can grow, stay active, and develop a love for sports. Sports like basketball, volleyball, swimming, gymnastics, and even elite skills training. Join the fun and register. Give your kids a chance to be a part of something special. Visit fcymca.org to learn all about youth sports at the Y.
If you're tired of weekend projects turning into weekend disasters, you're not alone. Building a fence isn't as easy as it looks. And let's face it, your neighbor still hasn't fixed his lopsided masterpiece. But Superior Fence and Rail makes it easy. Highly trained professionals, top quality materials, and a fence you'll love for years to come. Skip the stress and call the pros today.
When you're on the fence, about the fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hi, Jags fans. Walker Little here for my friends at Kingfish Pest Control. Playing offensive line in the NFL, I must block and protect on every down. When it comes to keeping my home pest-free, I expect that same level of protection. So I contacted Kingfish after seeing thousands of positive online customer reviews about their service. I can confirm from personal experience, bugs don't stand a chance getting past Kingfish Pest Control. Do what I did. Reach out to Kingfish Pest Control to protect your home, a proud partner of your Jacksonville Jaguars.
Ladies and gentlemen, boaters and landlubbers, friends, four-legged and two, this is Lisa the Botanista with a huge announcement. Freedom Boat Club is opening a brand new 4th location. That's right, Freedom Boat Club St. Augustine Shipyard is now open. Now members can enjoy unlimited access at Julington Creek, Jacksonville Beach, St. Augustine Comanche Cove, and St. Augustine Shipyard. Freedom Boat Club members also enjoy reciprocal access to over 400 locations across the world. There's never been a better time to join. We are offering our biggest discount ever to celebrate our brand new location. We own and maintain an entire fleet of boats. Join the club, and as often as you like, you can do water sports, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, sandbar hopping, dining on the water, or just cruising around town. Visit us at the St. Augustine Shipyard or stop by any of our locations to see what the Boatsiers experience is all about. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and I tell you what, you got something really cool coming up. Triumph Off-Road Day. Give us all the details.
We do. It's February 22nd. It's at North Florida Motocross Park up in Hilliard. We're going to be there from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. doing demo rides. Bring your gear and come ride a Triumph dirt bike.
And that means you can find out everything that Triumph has to offer off-road.
Absolutely. We will have the 250 and the new 450 ready to ride.
Check it out. All the details are on Cycles of Jacksonville's Facebook page.
Cannonball! Honey, someone's in our pool.
Oh, refreshing.
John, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, Dave. Seeing as how me and the guys at Clearwater Irrigation reinstalled your sprinklers after the pool contractor ripped it out, I thought you wouldn't mind if I took a quick dip.
But in a Jaguar print Speedo?
Yeah, Dave. My bad.
Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage, too.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL, presented by Riddle Wellness. UNF men's basketball hosts JU tonight for a River City Rumble rematch. The Ospreys are looking to complete a season sweep over the Dolphins after taking down a top-ranked JU by 3 earlier this month. UNF is on a hot streak after clinching an ASUN championship berth with their win over Stetson Tuesday. Josiah Miles led the way in scoring for the Ospreys with 19 to help secure a 3-game season sweep over the Hatters. The Dolphins are looking to get back in the win column after a crushing 16-point loss to FGCU. Winner will break the all-time series between UNF and JU, with the crosstown rivals owning 22 wins each. Tip-off at UNF Arena is set for 8. I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. It's 46 degrees at 8 o'clock. Time and temperature brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
And we're back on a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday, 8:06 on a still somewhat chilly Thursday morning. Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. Looking at the net rankings from NCAA basketball, which will be used to seed the teams for the tournament. And we did not exactly on pace, but we saw an indication of that when they had the first reveal of the 16 seeds, and the Gators had one of the 4 1 seeds. The most recent net rankings have the Gators at, this is not right, so hold on, this is missing a game. Way to go, net rankings. No, that is right. Got them at 4, which is down a spot despite winning earlier in the week. Again, what helps you in these net rankings certainly is the schedule you're playing, and they've had some super tough games. So there's a team, though, that I want to reference, and man, this doesn't include last night's game, so they may jump up a little bit. But look out for Missouri, Hick. Missouri has 5 quad 1 wins.
Missouri's very good.
They won in Gainesville. They beat Alabama. I think they've beaten 3 top 5 teams this year. Tennessee, Florida, and Bama.
I heard Mark Wise.
Okay.
And they said pick a middle of the road SEC team that you think could cause some damage in the tournament. He picked Missouri.
I think it's interesting as we get closer to the. There are a couple other teams that are like that from other leagues. I agree with Missouri. I'll give you a couple from the Big Ten. Just be kind of careful. Wisconsin and Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
Those are both like 20-win teams that have. I think it's important to look at quad 1 wins. You know, Maryland's got 6 quad 1 wins. That's the same. That's one more than Florida.
Mm-hmm.
It's strange how the Gators have only played 8 quad 1 games, whereas Tennessee, it's been 13. Auburn, it's been 16. Alabama, it's been, Alabama 12. But still, it seems like Florida's total will be the same as the others, or close to it, being in the same, conference. Some of Florida's wins earlier, too, haven't aged. Like North Carolina doesn't end up being a quad 1 because they've just been, okay. Although they had an important win, was it yesterday, 2 days ago? Trying to keep their tournament hopes alive. But just, back to one point. Look out for Missouri, who beat Alabama last night. They scored 110. They won in Gainesville this year. They've beaten Tennessee. 3 top 5 wins already this year for Missouri.
Well, it was a good win last night because it gets Alabama another loss. And so
it's tied with Florida.
Arkansas battled a little bit with Auburn before succumbing, but not bad. So, again, I'm trying to chase me an SEC regular season championship. That's what I want. Trying to get something out of this.
I guess Missouri, the other top 5 win was against Kansas. When Kansas was up there, they've not stayed there.
Ooh, Kansas is bad.
I'm going to ask you a question and see if you know the answer.
All right.
What major sporting event is today?
Major sporting event?
Yeah. Major. Big thing. No, don't look.
Just looking on the date.
Yeah. February, what is today?
20th.
Today's February 20th. What major occurrence in sports happens today?
I think I might know this.
Yeah? Hold on a second.
Yeah.
A major occurrence, a big, huge day on the American sports landscape. Every year.
Every year?
Yeah. And it's a sad state of sorry commissionership. It's opening day in baseball. Did you know that?
They're playing today?
The Dodgers and Cubs play today.
Not today.
Yes, today.
I did not know that.
I thought it was in like 2 weeks.
No, it's today, Thursday.
Can't play this early.
Oh, is this a spring training game?
Are they in Japan?
Oh, I just saw that they played today. Maybe that's the opener of spring training. You're probably right. They got to go spring training first.
Yeah.
It's the spring training opener. Never mind.
I thought you were talking about.
What do you got?
Hockey. Let's do that hockey.
What? Oh, that tonight.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Yeah, what am I thinking? It wouldn't be today for the first regular season game.
No.
When is that game, though? Isn't it like 2 weeks before the real game?
Yeah. But let me look.
Isn't it Cubs-Dodgers?
Yes.
That's what fooled me. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no. This is Phoenix. That's
March
not in
18th.
Japan.
Yeah.
Phoenix is not in Japan?
March 18th.
Okay. Just making sure Phoenix isn't in Japan. Thought we had something.
You're on to something.
Nah.
That would have been bad.
Oof.
It's like, there's no way.
Yeah, it didn't make sense to me either.
Speaking of baseball, I was looking at this guy. Here's my early breakdown of the 2025 White Sox I've been working on this week. Starting pitching.
What did they end up winning? Did they set the record?
I don't know.
I don't remember either.
Starting pitching, bad. Relief pitching, bad. Hitting for power, bad. Hitting for average, bad. Fielding, bad. Base running, bad. Ooh, they didn't really do much. They're going to be bad again.
It's not like they didn't seem to have a ton of young talent. They won 41, so yeah. 40? Isn't that what they had to beat?
Well, it just depends. Like they lost. That means they lost. I think they lost more, but percentage-wise, what wasn't as bad, I think. Let's see how they're ranked. Because, they lost 121 games. Golly, you don't understand in baseball how bad you have to be to go 41-121.
Yeah, I do understand. Pretty sure we lost 2 out of 3 to the White Sox last year somehow.
I remember you did.
It was early in the year. 41-121.
Yeah,
51 and a half games out of first.
Yeah. That's like... So how they rank them?
The commissioner is the worst commissioner in all of sports, and what baseball's allowed the Dodgers to do to defer more money than some of the franchises are worth is disgusting, and it's pitiful ownership, and it's just asking an assault victim. They just have to take it.
The 62 Mets were 40-120, so they were at 250, and the White Sox at 41-121 were 253. It's a little disappointing.
I know. I remember you rooting.
Although there's a part of me that likes
I think I remember you saying that.
Yeah, I kind of, those are hard. Like, you won't see that again. I mean, you don't understand. Like I said, if you don't follow baseball, you don't understand how bad the 2024 White Sox had to be.
Buffalo Thomas let me know that the big bass fishing tournament on the St. Johns River out there, that starts today.
Okay, thank you, Buffalo Thomas.
And then Ken Brady chiming in with the big hockey. People are excited about this hockey game, huh?
Hell yeah.
What's that fight?
Yeah.
I spoke to a young lady yesterday at the career fair, and she was excited about. She's like, "Oh, they started fighting as soon as they played."
She saw it.
She's like, "I can't wait to watch the game on Thursday."
Well, you know what? Good for the American players.
Right?
They booed that anthem. We're coming at you. You better tell your peeps to shut up. We don't have to worry about now. What's going to happen now when they play the Canadian anthem and where are they in Boston?
How do we handle it?
I think if you're smart, you just you
smart, you stand up and cheer.
Yeah, there you
awesome.
go. You'd be better.
Oh, Canada.
You'd be bigger. You'd be better.
My home and native land. Oh yeah, you go. That'd be awesome. But we're also American, so we'll probably boo the hell out of them. In Boston, hey, walk, you lazy.
Yeah, I think in Boston they hate the Canadians. They might have booed them without all this happening, and then we would have been the bad guys all along.
That's fair.
Very possible that could have played out that way. Luka's struggling to it's early, but Luka Doncic shouldn't have 14 points in a basketball game. Luka scores, dude scored 73 against Atlanta. There's definitely it's not so easy just to throw it together, right? Especially, it seems like in basketball more than any other sport.
Yeah.
Look, Fox has gone to the Spurs. I see they're 2-3. They should be better than they were before they got him immediately.
Is this true that LeBron is now 0-21 on game-winning tying shots since 2020? That can't be right.
I do think that most players have those
lower percentage.
Yeah, real. It's like they're always way lower than you think.
But 0-21?
That's not good. Certainly he's hit some, hasn't he?
Since 2020?
In 5 years, my man's missed every game-winning shot attempt.
Can you verify that for me?
What was it?
That your guy is 0-21 on game-winning or tying shots since 2020?
Man, come on, man.
I need to know if that's true.
If that's true, that's terrible.
Hold on, man.
Come on. I need to know.
Okay.
Help me understand. I just need to know game-winning shots, LeBron James. My man's 0-21? Can I get some clarification from the boys? I know he's had a few, but
I'm trying to get. I got the most buzzer beaters in the NBA.
Mm-hmm. He has 17 game-winning shots in his career, which is tied with Kobe Bryant.
Okay.
And Joe Johnson.
Super Joe Johnson. Like, see,
ISO Joe.
Give him a little respect. But we need to know how many.
I got November 7th. There's probably different ways to.
Yeah, that's probably the thing.
I got November from 2024, which is what, 2 months ago?
Yeah, he hit one.
No, and his total in his career is 7. Oh, that's buzzer beaters. Maybe that's different.
Well, what's a game?
I guess a game-winning shot is you hit the last points that win the game, whereas a buzzer beater means you got
like
3
a game-winning RBI comes in the 5th inning, though, or is that?
Yeah, but it's not 5th inning.
Well, you get a game-winning.
You can, but you can't in the NBA. You're not going to score the game-winning basket with 8 minutes to go in the third.
Yeah.
Here's game-winning. I don't trust these sources, but let's see. I got all right, this will be fun. Game-winning shots. Again, this...
Like you said, generally speaking, they're low. They're much lower than people think.
It's 24 seconds or less 24 seconds or less left in the game. Team with the ball is either tied or down 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
And league-wide, I'm looking at what probably what E was looking at. Yeah, I got LeBron 17 of 50. This was put together by a LeBron fan. This is ridiculous.
Oh, I got to hear it.
Well, here, LeBron. It says LeBron was 4 for 19 in our previous look at game-winning shots. So what is this? I mean, if he was ever, I don't. Yeah. Where did you read yours, Hick? That's just a tweet.
Yeah, it was just a tweet.
Well,
so I can't.
Well, all bets are off. Who knows?
Yeah, that was a game.
All I know is this: all of them they hit about if they hit 30%, they're doing something.
Yeah,
you miss them. They're hard shots with the time running out. You're often off balance and leaning one way or the other.
All right, I'm looking.
This is an old list too, though. I mean, they're going to give me Vince Carter for pizza.
I'm looking at top 10 LeBron James game-winning shots of all time.
Okay, well,
and I'm seeing 10. If any are in the 20 to 24 range,
right.
and so far they're not.
Yeah.
Now he's played forever, so pull up 3-pointer versus Indiana. I mean, it's great.
He had a couple of opportunities last night. We're not beating on LeBron. He had 2 in the last 6 seconds to get a 3-pointer. Although the last one was a super rush. They were both close, and he also hit a big 3 when they were down 4 with 15 seconds to go. He's been unbelievable this year. Look,
see that poster dunk?
I think they'll bury me, but when they bury me, I don't think I will have seen another athlete play at a physical peak and prime this deep into his life than what we're seeing LeBron do now.
That part we owe him a tip of the cap.
And by the way, that's in addition to what an awesome basketball, arguably the second best player of all time, just from a skill standpoint.
What are the two? To me, there's. All right, let's ask E first. I think of LeBron James. I think of three incredible.
There are 3 that
moments in his career, like 3 things that stand out.
Okay.
All right. What are your 3? Give me one. Give me one.
I just, you know what? Can I go first and then I'll let him get to the 3?
Yeah.
When you ask me, there's one that is so far ahead of the others. I don't know if I have a 2 and 3. I recognize all these great plays are on the way, but it's the block of Iguodala.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's the play I remember of LeBron. It's Iguodala on the break and LeBron chasing him down and blocking it.
There's a couple.
So that's mine.
Go ahead, E. You give me one.
So I was going to say the
I like
Iguodala
that, though,
block.
by the way. And that was in the championship game, which Cleveland, we did it.
Yeah.
Which is still his greatest moment.
Yeah.
The pass from D Wade, the signature D Wade, he passed the ball off to LeBron. And you see LeBron in the background.
Mm-hmm.
That was when he was in Miami.
Okay.
And then there was a 3-point shot he hit in Cleveland.
Yes, that's the
Against
one against
Magic.
Orlando.
Yes.
I remember that one.
And then the other one is I believe he scored like the last 25 points.
Against Detroit one?
Yes. In a game. And then that game 1 against Golden State where JR screwed him.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he was unbelievable. Yeah, like 51 points or something.
Yeah.
And he could, I mean, he's single-handedly trying to carry him against the Dubs.
Yeah.
And they didn't win that series. They might have got swept. I don't remember. But
I remember, but those, like I said, if you ask me to flash a LeBron highlight in my head, it's the block.
Okay.
Every time.
That's fair.
JR, a great golfer, too, by the way.
I'll tell you something else LeBron...
Great golfer, but dumb as a fence post.
I'll tell you something else LeBron did to a fault, though, and this was really known for this early in his career, and I'm not to say any of the team's success would have changed had he not had the mentality, but he took a beating for, he'd drive the lane and pass out, and dudes would just miss shots.
Yes.
Like, he'd draw 3 or 4 in, but the problem is you're throwing it out to,
Kyle Korver,
Booby Jones, or whoever.
Gibson.
Booby Gibson.
Yeah.
I love Booby.
What he did that first crack in Cleveland, taking those teams deep against some really good teams with nothing. Those teams were garbage.
Larry Hughes.
There's a bunch of
Larry
Anderson Varejao.
A dude who went crazy
he
and
made
kept
guys like Dellavedova,
A dude who went crazy and kept hitting on his mom.
Delonte
West. Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. We're rocking and rolling here. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Your home for Florida Gators basketball is 1010XL.
It's the nation's #2 against LSU. Gators Tigers. Saturday at 5:30 on 1010XL.
It couldn't be any happier than to join the George Moore Chevrolet family. And when I say family, that's how you'll be treated when you visit the beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard. You find out exactly what I'm talking about. No pressure, just friendly help. And whether you want a car, a truck like I have, my boy Blue, an SUV, an electric, a pre-owned, George Moore Chevrolet's got them all. Can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard? No worries. MooreChevy.com's there to help you. In fact, go to MooreChevy.com first things first. Peruse all the vehicles. Learn about the site. Sales, service, parts. It's all right there. It's George Moore Chevrolet, gang. Together, let's drive.
Seminole Hard Rock Tampa is excited to bring you live craps, roulette, and sports betting. All under one roof, hotter than the Florida sun. Feel the luck of the dice. Watch the roulette wheel spin and scream for your touchdown as the big screen comes alive. Dine like a rock star. Sip cocktails that shimmer. Then dive into the heart of Las Vegas right here in Tampa Bay. Live craps, roulette, sports betting is here. Get in on the action now. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa. Located off of I-4 near I-75. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-10-MINUTE.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Don't miss the biggest basketball rivalry in the city as your UNF Ospreys welcome the JU Dolphins in the River City Rumble. Thursday, February 20th at UNF Arena. North Florida continues ASUN Conference play at home with JU Thursday, February 20th at UNF Arena, tipping off at 8. Visit UNFOspreys.com/buy tickets now to secure your seats. UNFOspreys.com/buy tickets now.
Swoop! Start your Saturday with a whiff of the great outdoors.
Captain Kevin Favor here with Captain Kirk and Jeff Loggeman, and we bring you the fresh air of the great outdoors.
On the Nimnik Outdoors Show, presented by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning on 1010XL.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, you spend a lot of time talking about diamonds, but what about some of the colored stones we see?
Frank, when you talk about colored stones, there are literally hundreds of varieties and species in the gem kingdom. As certified gemologists, we're trained gemologically on the identification of each of these and can separate the man-made synthetics and imitations from the real thing. But at Underwoods, we can go to the next step. At Underwoods, we're active buyers of loose colored stones in the world markets, so we have an understanding of the values of colored stones as they relate back to the various qualities. In fact, just like diamonds, we buy most of our colored stones loose, then create the pieces of jewelry to hold the gems. You can be assured not only of the authenticity and quality of our colored stone jewelry, but also of the value. So if you're in the market for a fine quality emerald, sapphire, ruby, aquamarine, amethyst, citrine, tourmaline, peridot, or any other gemstone, come by and see us at Underwoods.
We don't have too many cold nights on the First Coast, but when the temperature drops, you want to hit the heat button and warm up. That's where Florida Home comes in. They're the AC experts in Jacksonville, and the importance of keeping your heating system in good working order is really important. If it stops working when it gets cooler, Florida Home will leap into action and provide you with the best solution. Heater and heat pump repair service and new system installation. They do it all. Just call Florida Home AC at 777-4300, the official heating and AC partner of the Jaguars.
Before displaying one of the greatest aerial acts in NBA dunk contest history, D. Brown was pumping his kicks at the Bowl School right here in Jacksonville. From there, Brown would go on to play for Jacksonville University, where his skills would land him as the number 19 pick in the 1990 NBA draft. Brown played for 12 years in the league for 3 different ball clubs, and now is a part of the front office of the Clippers G League affiliate. I'm RJ Saunders, and this Black History Month profile is brought to you by Instant Keys. Fast, professional, locksmith service.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
DUI? BUI? Don't stress. Call me Malcolm Anthony at 2854-LAW. That's 285-4LAW for Malcolm Anthony.
Need a fast casual option that's healthy, fresh, and delicious? Choose the Great Greek Mediterranean Grill. Gyros, salads, hummus, and more made completely fresh right as you order. Off 210 and St. John's Parkway. The Great Greek Mediterranean Grill.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, we're back. One of the things we look at with the Jaguars are the running backs, man. Do we need another running back? Now, we know.
By another, you have to mean different because we have, you don't go with three.
No, I know. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Do we need to make a change at running back? I don't think it's. Listen, we have ETN and Bigsby. ETN had a bad year. Bigsby had a good year. We know Tony likes Bigsby.
He had a good first half. Is that fair? He lost his punch, Bigsby.
Yes.
It felt like he was on the verge of being the much better option. And then by the end of the year, ETN was kind of the more featured back. Or at least the starter and getting more carries at the beginning of the games.
Fair. I think that's fair.
ETN has shown, when healthy and when things are performing, he was very, very good. A couple of years in a row. Top 5 in rushing
Bigsby
1 year.
4.6, ETN 3.7.
Yeah, which was down for him. That's usually a higher number.
Bigsby 7 touchdowns, ETN 2 touchdowns. Bigsby 3 fumbles, ETN 1 fumble. One very
ETN
big
is
fumble.
the faster breakaway.
Bigsby's more
the
physical.
big play option. But ETN, I think, has just been banged up, man. Part of this is going to be health.
Yeah.
I don't think you don't forget how to play running back. And he's not old. He's not too old. He's not so old that he would lose his skill set like that. So I would have to attribute Travis Etienne's down year to either injury or performance of the line because he, in a bubble, has been proving it for years, right?
What was ETN's best? How many yards did ETN run for in his best game last year?
In his best game last year?
Mm-hmm. In 2024.
Was it the opener?
No.
What did he have? 71 yards.
71?
Yeah. And I don't recall ETN making a play. Did he bust? I think his longest run of the year was like 19 yards.
22 yards.
Yeah, 22 yards. So there's nothing. If your longest run as a running back is 22 yards, you did not have a memorable play.
No. That's a bad year.
What was his long game?
Buffalo.
What was it?
11 for 68.
68. So close. 71, 68.
He only went over 60 yards.
In fairness, he didn't have the bulk of carries and that we
13, 15, 9, 14, 4, 13, 12, 11, 3, 3, 6, 11, 11, 13, 12.
At his best, he's just been good. Yeah. Not been great. And the way the NFL slots its running backs the last few years, it's what allowed him to be a top 5 rusher. He was a top 5 rusher because in those 2 years, he was the bell cow back. He stayed on the field. He was a 3-down back.
2023, he had 2 100-yard games and rushed for, this is 23, 1,008 yards, 3.8 a carry. So 3.8 a carry.
He had the 1 year, like I said, I think he was either 5th or 6th in the NFL in rushing. If you have a year where you're 5th or 6th in the league in rushing, you've had a good year. And I think that was but
he had 5 100-yard games.
Didn't he have the same total, basically 11-something 2 years in a row?
No. He had 1125 and then 1,008. But his yards per carry went way down.
Yeah.
He's had two really, even
Mediocre.
1,000 yards is not great.
The second one. The first one was.
Yeah, the
1100 was a good year.
Very good year.
Yeah, he made
very good.
He had long runs, but that's a long. That'll now be 3 years ago.
A lot of carries ago, and I tend to think, and I don't know if this is true, but I tend to think the wear and tear of the NFL for a smaller back like Etienne has taken its toll.
Well,
he ran harder than we all thought he would, but that physical beating that he gets, shoving it up between the tackles, may have paid a price.
We're not film gurus, but the word on our backs has always been, and I think Tony has said that they've struggled in pass protection.
Mm-hmm.
So you haven't been able to count on them in that regard. The Jags, at some point, you got to hit a grand slam 1,000-yard rusher with a third or fourth round pick like every other team is doing. When I say every other team is doing that.
Yeah.
Have the Jaguars have the Jags had a 1,000-yard back from round 4 or deeper? I'm trying. Was Stacey Mack maybe? Was he a draft pick?
He get 1,000 yards in a year?
Did he have a 1,000-yard season? I would say that he did. Without.
No, he had a lot of touchdowns in a season.
Yeah, well, he took over the job for that 1 year. I bet you he got barely 1,000. Maybe not.
Stacey Mack truck, 877.
That's it. That's a high. So yeah, no. I mean, have we drafted a guy without a 1,000? And again, to your point, 1,000-yard season is not what it was.
It's okay, but it's not. Yeah,
it's 60 yards a game.
Yeah,
and you're never ever. And that's the best game for Etienne was 11 for 68.
Ooh.
That's a 1,000-yard season. So yeah, we haven't then, right? Because Mojo and Fred are gonna that'll do it. What about Rashad Jennings? Did he not for us had 1,000? He had 1,000, but not here, right?
I don't know if he.
Rashad Jennings had 1,000 somewhere. He went off from here.
Giants,
but yeah, I don't think he did here though.
Rashad Jennings never had a 1,000-yard season.
It's Fred, Mojo, and Etienne. That's it, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Rashad had an 863 with the Giants at the age of 30.
Did he have 1,000 with the Giants at all?
Never
had a 1,000-yard season.
3,772 yards in his career.
Robinson?
Fournette. We're forgetting Fournette.
Oh,
Fournette.
Robinson.
Yeah, and Fournette.
Yeah.
No, but you said...
I know. Robinson was a late-round pick. Okay, we got one. No, sorry.
Yeah.
We do have one in 30 years, so...
Yeah.
Who had one season. We've had one guy in 30 seasons who had one season where he had 1,000. That was James Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
But we did leave out Robinson. And Leonard Fournette had back-to-back 1,000, but they were a lot like Etienne's numbers. Right at 1,000 and 1,100. Mojo, the top...
Etienne's already the fourth leading running back in history.
The top 10, the top 10 though, are Mojo and Fred.
Yeah, of course.
Because the other guys have barely went over. James Robinson 1,070, Leonard 1,040, Etienne 1,008, and then you had Leonard 1,152, Etienne 1,125.
Trevor Lawrence 13th all time in rushing. David Garrard is 10th. Mark Brunell is 6th. Blake Bortles is 9th.
Mark Brunell 6th. That's an indictment. How many yards did Mark have? 3,000? Do you have that many?
2,219 yards.
That's terrible. 30 years. We can't get some hack running back to accumulate 2,500.
Damn it.
What in the world, dude?
Yeah.
All right, I do have a Dailies double take. ET, I'm sorry. I'm not doing this to pile on. I just want to be accurate because I know when people tune into the drill in the morning, they expect what they hear and then take off to the water cooler to be accurate, pertinent information.
That is true.
So it's now actually buttoned up with parameters. But since LeBron James joined the Lakers, he has had 29 game-tying or go-ahead field goal attempts. And what qualifies? The final 5 seconds of fourth quarter or overtime. Today's Daily's Double Take brought to you by The Dash. Ooh, head in and get you one of those subs. Get the sub of the month, the Cuban. Absolutely delicious. But we found about 50 of them there that we love. You will too at the Daily's Dash. LeBron, 1 for 29. As a Laker, he's had 29 go-ahead game-tying go-ahead field goal attempts. He's 1 for 29, my brother.
LeBron has sent.
I blame Bronny.
LeBron has sent many underprivileged kids to school through the I Promise.
That's what's in the dash there. That's what's in that dash. 1 for 29. I got you. Let's come back with more. It's a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday.
The The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hi, I'm Janice. I'm a coach at Awaken 180 Weight Loss. When a client reaches the goal that they've set, they are so proud of themselves. They are so thrilled with how they look and how they feel. They are ready to take on the next thing. And that's one thing about weight loss. It's so much more than a number on a scale. It's about self-respect. It's a momentum thing. Now that I've lost 50 pounds, wow, there's no reason why I can't do this next thing that initially seemed so daunting, but now I know I can do it. The celebration is not just how much better you look and feel, but how much more self-respect you have. We get on a track of success at Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Losing weight with Awaken 180 isn't about the number on the scale. It's about how that number spearheads endless success. Bring your goals to Awaken 180, then celebrate when you check off each and every one of them. Call 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey, folks, Hicken here for Zero Res. Still got time for one of the hottest prices of the year on carpet cleaning, man. I'm sure you had folks over for the big game, and you're like, oh, maybe get a little head start on spring cleaning. Look, I had my carpets cleaned by Zero Res, my upstairs carpet. I can't tell you what a great job they do because they do an unbelievable job. Clean, smells great. Oh, it's fantastic. And right now you get 3 rooms for a great price and the 4th room free. Yeah, the 4th room is on me. Hottest price of the year. Zero Res, man. You spell it forward, you spell it backwards. Zero Res. Right way to clean.
Don't miss the Players' Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scottie Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Discover the difference that local expertise makes at First Coast Lighting and Fans. Visit their showroom at the Avenues and browse high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness at First Coast Lighting and Fans.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On February 20th, 1963, future Baseball Hall of Fame outfielder Willie Mays becomes the highest paid MLB player, signing a $100,000 contract with the San Francisco Giants.
Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
When it's time for new tires, you can count on Big Chief Tire for quality and value. Frank Franchi here. Their expert team will help you quickly find the right fit, ensuring a safe, comfortable ride. With quality options, fair prices, and quick installation, you'll be back on the road in no time. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 today to schedule your appointment and roll into 2025 with great confidence. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
If you've played sports or still lead an active life, chances are joint pain is nothing new. This is Dr. George Barry of Barry Orthopedics, and we like to be your option when it comes to taking care of your body and getting back in the game. From shoulders to elbows to hip and knee pain, Barry Orthopedics can diagnose and treat a variety of injuries that are causing you pain. We are Barry Orthopedics and online at barryorthopedics.com. With more than 30 years of experience, our team is here to care for your entire family.
Find out more at barryorthopedics.com. That's BAHRI orthopedics.com.
All right, gang, Hicken here for my friends at Beaches Dermatology. I've been talking about Beaches Dermatology for quite some time because they do an unbelievable job. Doctors Boudreaux, Doctors Metz, Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery, part of Jacksonville for a long time, and they are experts in the skin area. And I get my skin checked, but a lot of you like to take care of that skin. Now, you ladies, Beaches Dermatology is the place to go. Shout out Solano Road, great staff over there. But also take care of your skin if you're outside. I don't care if it's wintertime. The sun's out, man. Protect those ears. Protect those long sleeve dry fit, sunscreen, whatever it takes. If you see something on your skin that doesn't look right, go get it checked out, man. Just go online. Find the best location to serve you, beachesdermatology.com. That's beachesdermatology.com.
Whether it's a leaky pipe, a backed up septic tank, or your heater isn't keeping things cozy, call Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769. DuckDuckRooter.com. Living on Amelia Island? Having fun in Fernandina Beach? No matter what brings you to the fun, cozy town, make sure you check out the tap room at Mokama Beer Company. With a full flight of craft creations, from the Cosmico IPA to the Motor, the perfect Pilsners and Lagers, matching memories and some Mokama magic is what it's all about. Mokama Beer Company in Fernandina Beach, near the big water where the sun is born. And look for more Mokama craft at your local Total Wine or ABC Liquors.
What's the major difference between a crocodile and an alligator? The answer next.
Lightning, storms, and hurricane winds can ruin recent home improvements. Let Southern Oak Insurance review your policy today. Visit us online at southernoakins.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
While an alligator will see you later, a crocodile will see you after a while.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Hey, this is David with Royal Pest Services. The fact that we've been bundled up the past month gave us an idea. Let's bundle up also with our Centricon and Pest Control Bundle, starting at $349. Visit RoyalPestServices.com for your free inspection.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
If you look at your baseball team right now, Dan Hicken.
Yes.
Try and inspire, optimism for a best case scenario. Could you pull up your pull your lineup there? Pull up your lineup. What your expected lineup will be.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you were trying to project what your team's going to be, would you do it like your opening day lineup good to go? Would you think about what would your lineup be in August if everything goes right? That's not just for me and you, but for every major league team, which was the best way. Now you can't be so depleted in certain areas that you get too far behind. But I if you were a Braves fan, would you be super worried about the season overall because of Strider and Acuna, or do you feel like they're going to come back soon enough that won't have a big bearing on the overall season?
That's a long season.
You would consider them to be part of your lineup, in other words.
Yeah, all reports are they're going to be back.
So if we're going to sit here and go back and forth, what's your lineup? And I'm curious more than, I don't want to have an argument. It's too soon. We'll have many of those to come. The fact the Mets have gotten to the contender status and where they are, that, the vitriol is going to be reintroduced to our baseball summers, and I'm here for it. So who's hitting leadoff for you is what?
Lindor.
Did he go to the leadoff spot?
Mm-hmm.
Why did I think Nimmo hit leadoff? Did he at one point?
At one point.
Yeah. All right. So Acuna. All right. What do you got next?
Soto's
pretty good. I'm probably there going.
That's my guess. I mean, yeah.
I'm guessing too. I'm guessing Albies. It could be Harris.
Mm-hmm.
Then what do you got?
Polar Bear.
Then I go Riley.
Mm-hmm.
Then what do you got?
Nimmo or Vientos.
I go Olsen. Then what do you got?
Nimmo or Vientos.
Then I go Ozuna.
Winker.
Then I go Ozzie or Harris.
Troll or catcher, Francisco Alvarez.
And I go the catcher also.
And I would say, in all likelihood, Jeff McNeil.
For me, I guess it's either Arcia or the fifth outfielder or the third outfielder, which will be Profar or De La Cruz.
And then I'd say ninth is Siri.
And who's your rotation? One, who's number one?
One would be either Minai or Kodai.
Two, what the other?
Minai or Kodai.
Your three? Who did you add, I guess?
We added Montas, but he's hurt. So
okay.
Well,
what's your biggest concern? What's Quintana's deal? Is he with anyone?
No. Mets are talking to him.
Yeah. I think a lot are as you circle back.
Yeah.
So what's your biggest? Is it starting pitching then? As I listen to what you just described to me, that would seem, but sometimes that's a little misleading.
I love our lineup. I like our bullpen, so I would say starting pitching, but
the lineup got hot in the second half. Is that what happened for you last year? Was it good all year?
It was fairly good. I mean, we were very.
What carried you to
Well, the starting pitching was
That's
great.
what it was?
Yeah, it was great last year. So, but Manaea Senga, Pete Peterson, the guy from the Yankees, Holmes.
Your guys, your staff is what mine is a lot of years. The names don't overwhelm you, but then you look up at the end of the year and they thrown to a sub-4 and won double-digit games, and that's good enough if you've got a decent lineup.
Yeah, we got some guys. I mean, we'll see. Now, again, the starting pitching's it's not.
Or it's for
blow you
Atlanta.
away.
It's the you've got a real good bullpen.
We have a good bullpen.
Yeah, we got a good bullpen. And our bullpen is the one area that even the Braves admit they did not probably address as fully as it could have or should have been.
Right.
I think, ironically, Braves fans have been concerned about the starting pitching. I think it's one of the real strengths. Anderson's healthy. Now he has to pitch, but, a strength only from this standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got Bryce Elder, who's not even going to probably be on your staff. He's an all-star. You got Smith Sharp. You got guys that have certainly can go pitch 6 or 8 games for you, and you're going to, not be sacrificing games. Too many teams in Major League Baseball have pitchers that are going to lose 80% of their starts.
The fun part to do, forget the lineups. The fun part to do is who's better. Like who's better at first base, Olsen or Alonso. That's probably a wash to me. Who's better, in my opinion? Who's better at second base, Albies or McNeil? Probably Albies right now. Who's better at short? We win that. Who's better at third, Vientos or Riley? Probably a slight nod to Riley. Who's better at catcher, Troll or who's your catcher? Murphy. I like Troll, but he didn't have a great year last year, but he's potentially devastating.
Well, this is, by the way, a great argument that neither of us can have.
Yeah.
We'd have to like some Philly fan would have to designate these answers.
Yeah. Center field, you would win. Right field, Cunha versus Soto, and then left field, I like Nimmo. I'll take over any guy you trot out there. So they're very kind of even. So it'll be good.
And the Phillies, you feel like are down a little bit.
I don't think so.
I know. But you feel that way. They're kind of sneaky.
Yeah, I think they're under the radar. I like that they've got Luzardo from the Fish, and I think they
the pitcher.
And if that Painter kid comes back, I think they could be very their bullpen's a little shaky. But gosh, when you're trotting out,
but
Turner
to your point,
Harper,
and Sanchez was pitching great for them down the stretch. That's their 5th starter. So to your point, I mean, they still got Taijuan Walker in the bank if they need to. The bullpen may be a little bit off, but yeah, that lineup is pretty much the same. I mean, they still got Trey Turner, Bryce Harper, and Bowman, and JT Realmuto and Schwarber and Castellanos. They're running it back. Is what they're doing.
Yeah,
that's pretty much the exact same team.
Yeah.
Only they added Luzardo, who's. Yeah, look, it feels like the Braves, Mets, and Phillies should all, be within 3 or 4 games of each other.
Yeah.
They were almost that last year. The Phillies, I think, ended up winning by 6. 6 over us, 6.5 over you, maybe.
Yep. It'll be interesting to see, man. I can't wait. For the bell to ring.
Are we way over, E? Where are we at? We're over, aren't we?
Yeah, we got to take a break.
No.
Huh? Yeah, we got to take a break. We'll come back with more. Either way, this is the drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
No, he says.
Click from here.
Life is a lot like football.
Life's this game of inches. So is football. The inches we need are everywhere around us. On this team, we fight for that inch.
1010XL.
This is Daytona, the awe-inspiring spectacle of Supercross, and the most challenging course to witness the air-catching, adrenaline-pumping, heart-pounding action unlike any other race in Florida. Daytona Supercross. The biggest names battle it out under the lights at the World Center of Racing. Don't miss it. The gate drops Saturday, March 1st. Secure your tickets and trackside access today at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Get a healthy start in 2025. The Florida Department of Health in Duval County is here to encourage you to get healthy and stay healthy this year. They have a dedicated team who are committed to providing quality care. The goal is to protect, promote, and improve the health of you and your family. Visit duval.floridahealth.gov to learn more about their health programs and services. That's duval.floridahealth.gov.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beechurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beechurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do And plumbing is what we're great at. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and I tell you what, you got something really cool coming up, a Triumph Off-Road Day. Give us all the details.
We do. It's February 22nd. It's at North Florida Motocross Park up in Hilliard. We're going to be there from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. doing demo rides. Bring your gear and come ride a Triumph dirt bike.
And that means you can find out everything that Triumph has to offer off-road.
Absolutely. We will have the 250 and the new 450 ready to ride.
Check it out. All the details are on Cycles of Jacksonville's Facebook page.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
The restaurant of the day is the Great Greek Mediterranean Grill. Get free hummus with purchase of 2 entrees all Thursday long, off 210 and St. John's Parkway. Order online at thegreatgreekgrill.com/St. John's. Thegreatgreekgrill.com/St. John's.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LOCAL to get an extra 35 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LOCAL for a 35 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LOCAL for a 35 cents per gallon bonus.
Hi, I'm Kayla, a proud parent of my daughter Skylar, who's a part of Best Buddies. The Players is proud to partner with Best Buddies to promote inclusive living and friendship here in Northeast Florida. 19 days until the Players Championship.
You survived the cold, and it's time to heat up your spring with a cigar tasting of Perdomo cigars. Join Tobacco Cove Saturday, February 22nd from 1 to 4 p.m. for a tasting extravaganza featuring Perdomo cigars rolled in Nicaragua. Food, drinks, and specials on cigars. This is your chance to experience the quality and value Perdomo offers. Tobacco Cove on Bay Meadows Road. More than a cigar store, it's an experience.
Hello, I'm attorney Malcolm Anthony. Being charged with domestic violence can turn your life upside down. If you're in trouble, call me, Malcolm Anthony, at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW.
Tired of seeing the signs of aging in the mirror? Fine lines, sun damage, redness? They don't have to be part of your future. I'm Dr. Mark Capel, a board-certified dermatologist, and I can help you look and feel your best without invasive surgery or painful treatments. Imagine rejuvenating your skin in a relaxing, comfortable environment with minimal to no downtime. Smooth out fine lines, even skin tone, and restore that youthful glow. Find out how to look and feel your best at dermagnify.com. Dermagnify.com.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL, brought to you by Epic Cool Heating and Air. The Jags are closer to hiring their next general manager. Round 2 interviews continue today with Jags interim GM Ethan Waugh, Rams Director of Scouting Strategy James Gladstone, Packers VP of Player Personnel John Eric Sullivan, and so far the Jags have completed interviews with 49ers Director of Scouting and Football Operations Josh Williams and Bears Assistant GM Ian Cunningham. UNF basketball hosts JU tonight for a River City Rumble rematch. The Ospreys are on a hot streak after clinching an ASUN championship berth Tuesday with their win over Stetson. Tonight's winner will break the all-time series tie between UNF and JU at 22 each. Tip-off is set for 8. I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. It's 46 degrees at 9 o'clock. Time and temperature brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. It's time. Now, it's time for the 9 o'clock nasty on the drill.
We're wasting time.
Here are Jeff Prosser, Dan Hicken, and E.T.
We'll get to the 9 o'clock nasty in a bit. We're a little bit ahead of schedule.
Oh, wow, it's amazing.
So strap in, Googans. I got some good material.
When we said we were on time, we hit the break on time. You know what I heard walking down the hall in said break from like 4 different people? Really? That's what I got. Really?
Yeah.
Like, are you sure? Yeah, we're sure. Tori dropped in a stat, and it's appropriate because when I think of like two rivalries on like even footing that have played out similar, you know, when I think of college basketball, you know, JU and UNF tied all time. I think that's Duke, North Carolina also. Like,
wow.
Real similar
JU
vibes.
and UNF are tied all time?
Yeah, all time. Tonight will be a tiebreaker.
Oh, nice.
Very good. I like that.
And those kids, they're going to be turned out there.
Remember,
I'm torn on this game. I like both squads. I teach at UNF. I love my Ospreys, but I love my guy KJ over there at JU, so I got to, you know.
Either team is going to have to win their conference tournament to get into the NCAA tournament. So
UNF got back to 500 with their win the other night, so that was nice because they always, you know, they play those tough Decembers for them.
They went into overtime, right?
Did they beat Stetson? I saw 79-71, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Remember the crazy stat with North Carolina Duke, though, that not only were they were like within a point each other on the cumulative points?
All right. I've been negative about the Jags and very much an offseason downer.
Yes,
so
you have.
I'm going to dig into a positive here.
Okay.
And try to convince myself, which I won't do. I feel I owe it to the fans to stay negative.
Danny Downer.
Well, I feel like it's important that somebody around here can't just sit here and tell everybody they're going to the AFC Championship
I don't
game
think anyone thinks
they do it every year. Let's be honest. It's a little stereotype, but the general thought process is we in the media, and if we're going to keep it real, every year, any move you make in the offseason is a great move because there's nothing to judge it on. And then we turn on them. That's what happens every year. So you got to, okay. Well,
you know when that wouldn't happen?
Yeah, like last year. Oh, Gabe Davis. What a signing.
Do you know when it wouldn't happen?
When?
If they would do what they're supposed to when they're signed.
And what?
If they would live up to it.
Yeah.
We would get at least we'd hit 50-50 if they were ever right.
Okay. Well, fair enough. My point is,
yeah, I got you.
It's how we roll. With that said, here is one Danny Downer positive about the Jacksonville Jaguars going forward. And that is, okay, they lost to the Dolphins 20-17. They lost to the Browns 18-13. They lost to the Texans 24-20. They lost to the Packers 30-27. They lost to the Eagles 28-23. Actually, this is a positive, gang. Stay with me. They lost to the Vikings 12-7. They lost to the Texans 23-20. They lost to the Jets 32-25. They lost to the Raiders 19-14. They lost in overtime to the Colts 26-23. What do all those losses have in common, Emmanuel?
Were they one-score losses?
Thank you very much. Nobody had more than the Jaguars of 10.
Mm-hmm.
If the Jaguars could flip 5 of those and do what you're supposed to do in the NFL.
Oh, yeah. I like where you're going.
They would be 9-8 again.
I like where you're going.
All right? If they could just flip half of them. If they won some of these one-score losses that they led the league in, which you should be able to do, which should even out. So this year, those 10 one-score losses should become 10 one-score wins. They won't because we're the Jags. If they did that, hell, they'd be 14-3. That's not happening. But what could happen is you could flip 5 of them, okay? You could have won the Dolphin game. You could have won the Browns game. You could have won the Texans game. You could have won the Vikings game, and maybe you win the season ender, the overtime loss to Indy. There's 5. Boom. Now all of a sudden you're 9-8 and you're in the hunt.
That's where we want to be.
At least in the hunt and maybe in the postseason. But at the very least, according to the executive vice president, we get to December, we best be playing meaningful football games. That's what we're supposed to be doing. That's what it's supposed to be like around these parts. It's supposed to matter. And you damn sure can't be horrible at the bank, where
that's been
the only
2
team
years
you
running.
beat was, what, Tennessee last year?
2 years running. Indy.
And Indy.
Year before.
And Indy. Tennessee and Indy. Whoop-de-freaking-do. Right?
The good news is the division is terrible. It's terrible. And the Texans have proved to be paper tigers down there. They got a couple of big names, but they're nothing special. And, in fact, we were looking at that list yesterday, the worst records in the AFC in the last 10 years, and the Jags had the very worst.
Mm-hmm.
Not a single team in the AFC South has a winning record in the last 10 years. It's a totally gettable division full of ne'er-do-wells and cream puffs with lightweights that are never going to punch their way to anything. When's the last time an AFC South team was in the championship game? Was it us?
Didn't Tennessee?
Did they?
Tennessee make
I don't
one?
know if they did. I don't think they did. I think Tennessee was a 1 seed and lost to Joe Burrow and the Bengals. I think Tennessee went to New England and won a game, but then lost the following week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they've been. Did they maybe go play the Chiefs in a championship game one of those years? Maybe. But it's not. The point being, the division hadn't been any good for 10 years, and there's nothing in it now that would keep you from becoming a double-digit win team if you would get your own stuff right.
Right.
And we got to get our own stuff right. We haven't done that in forever. And the laundry list of just little notes that we drop in. Today we haven't drafted a Pro Bowl lineman since Pacelli.
Titans lost in January of 2020 in the AFC Championship game to Kansas City 35-24.
Yeah,
Jags lost in 17. Colts lost in 14. Oh, boy, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
2009, the Colts beat the Jets.
Yeah, so it's a terrible division.
It's a terrible
and it's not in great shape right now either.
No.
Quarterback is still a major issue at 2 of them. And Mr. C.J. Stroud, who everybody last year wanted to say was unbelievable, came back to the pack, didn't he?
Yeah.
And their O-line is as bad or worse than ours.
And it ain't like it's slam dunk here either.
For sure.
Yeah. So a lot of work to do for the boys. A lot of things to do. But back to the 10 one-score losses, just win half of those. It's what the NFL is all about, parity. Just win half of those and you'll be fine.
Well, it's why those of us in the group that aren't quite as, a Danny Downer, because of that.
Correct.
It's kind of carrying that all along. But, at the end of the day, there's a DNA. I don't care how close it was. You lost over and over and over again.
And when I sit there and
some of the
watch,
one-score losses didn't feel like one-score losses. It felt like you were just a little piddle-paddle team.
In other words, we ain't beating this team. I don't care how long we play. Right. I didn't think we would ever, even the Packers game, which was a nice,
But there were a few in there that they did, quote, or should have won. They should have won the Miami game. They should have won the Cleveland game. They should have beat the Raiders. They should have beat the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 4 of them that, those aren't just could. Those are should. But to you, the bigger point there, bigger than the one possession trend, it's the absolute loser at home mentality. We lose our home games. That's embarrassing. Terrible teams win home games, Hick. In all sports. You'll find a bad team. I can go to the NBA right now and find you a terrible team that'll hug a 500 record at home. These guys here, what they do at home is really, really, really like major beta.
Yeah.
Just get some beta blockers, boys, and let's go play a football season where we don't just lay down at home and just get gouged by any outfit that comes to town.
That would be nice.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
That would be nice because it's been, the home. You gotta win the bank back this year, if anything.
I mean, not only, it's not just losing at home. It's losing at home to Cleveland. It's losing at home to Houston is another one they could have, quote, should have won.
Sure. All right, so the Jags, so as we look at this Jags, the unrestricted free agents don't scream like save them, okay?
No, not a one.
Brandon Sheriff, most don't think he'll be back.
They have an option on him, by the way. He's technically under team control if you want him to be.
Says here he's an unrestricted free agent.
I don't know where that's coming from.
Mac Jones, Jeremiah Ledbetter, Blake Hance, Caleb Johnson, C.J. Beathard, Andre Sisco, Dearness Johnson, Josiah DeGuara, and Luke Farrell. Projected cap space, $31.2 million. As we get ready for Jags, need some youth in the secondary. They have money to spend and not a lot of free agents this year. Even if Brandon Sheriff returns, the Jags need to improve the interior of their offensive line. Duval. 904. Thank you.
God, do we have to do that? That doesn't inspire optimism.
We have to do that.
He said it got switched, man.
We had to switch it. I called for the switch.
He called for the switch.
The switch has been accomplished. You have to buy into it. You have to embrace it. You have to love it. And look, again, Liam Cohen is a perfect example of what I'm talking about as far as what we do in the offseason. Okay? I hope Liam Cohen is the discovery of Sean McVay, But he's a first-time coach. He interviewed with how many teams, did he interview with?
Uno.
Just us. Do you ask yourself why? Just us. So we have a first-time EVP, a first-time GM, first-time coach, first-time offense coordinator, first-time defense coordinator. Don't fast forward to September and there'll be a lot of confusion out there on the football field because nobody knows what they're doing. You got to have it buttoned up right from the rip. It's the NFL, man. It's the NFL.
Sheriff's kind of in that middle ground.
Mm-hmm.
He's a free agent, but because of the way the contract was restructured, he would leave behind a dead cap hit of $14 million. So it's kind of like if you wanted to keep him, you've got that cap hit anyway. It would be the same. You see what I mean?
Kind of, sort of. I don't really dive into too much of that stuff.
Well, then, by the way, then I'm definitely changing the 1.5 to 2.5. If one guy has to change because he's on the way out, then I want to change my over/under on the O-line. I would argue that wouldn't be that's a decision made for you. Be interested to see how they breaking down that O-line over there. And I hope they don't. I need a new group to come in and not find the good things about our terrible team.
Mm-hmm.
Every time we get a new group, like, oh, this guy's actually, they're not too bad. Yeah, they are. They are bad. They're 4-13. Our roster's no good. It needs a lot of turnover.
Yeah.
A lot of it. And every time, like I said, you want to kind of go along with what they've been doing here. You don't want to come in and say, golly, y'all are terrible. I want Urban Meyer, the Florida Urban Meyer, where he walked into the meeting and said, man, what happened to y'all?
Wonder if we could get, I don't know how he played last year, but his name sticks out to me as a third edge rusher. Older guy. Leonard Floyd.
I knew you were going to say
I'm
Leonard
not saying,
Floyd.
I'm not. I got somebody else. Leonard Floyd is up again this year. He chose to team to team.
Let's
and
get
every
him 3
year's
years
a team.
after we should have.
Yeah. What about Khalil Mack?
Yeah,
I don't see him. I don't see him linked here anywhere.
No, I know. I'm linking him here. How would you feel about?
What am I paying?
Well,
what am I
I'm not paying top notch.
Yeah, and he won't maybe ask top notch, but it feels like that's like a 1 year.
1 year, $7 million.
Yeah,
$7 million. You think he'll play for?
No, he'll probably a little more
You
than that.
want more than that?
I think he will. I think
But
he'll try
2 years ago, he had 17 sacks.
Well, what is his current? What contract
6
is he
this
coming
year.
off of?
I don't know.
Yeah. He feels like a 1 year, $15 million guy to me. I mean, OBJ got 118 last year.
I'll give him 15. Right. I'll give Khalil Mack 15 right now.
I will
rotate
too.
him in and out.
I will too.
I don't know. Maybe somebody like that. I guess there's some rumor that the Chargers are going to cut Bosa.
I don't know if it would do well here in Jacksonville.
I don't think so either. I don't think so either. But there's some talk of that. So, I don't know. We'll see.
Well, listen, I know Trey Smith didn't have the best Super Bowl, but, if you want to replace Brandon Sheriff with him, that's a start. Yeah. I did see that the Chiefs' offensive line was ranked 5th.
Okay. Norvell, Sheriff. I mean, we've just been down this road of giving guards a lot of money, and they haven't. I mean, Sheriff was fine, but he wasn't, wasn't part of it all has to come together, man. It just hasn't all come together here. Somehow, some way, we got to make it come together. And so, the names are the names, and like I said, whoever we sign, we'll get excited about. We'll believe in them, and then the season will start, and then we'll see. But there has to be a shift in a lot of other stuff as well down there, and I do think that's what they're trying to do with Cohen and Baselli and whoever the GM is that they choose. So there will definitely be some new. Now, there's some talk that maybe the GM should bring in, like, I know that, one of them was talking about bringing in Joe Douglas with him. Just somebody who's been through it. Albert Breer talked a lot about a concern about the Jags not having any guys who have been through what they've been through at what they are doing. Like I said, head coach, GM, EVP, offense coordinator, defense coordinator, just down the line. So it will be interesting. It will be interesting for sure to see what direction they go. But first things first, that's hiring a GM, and that should happen here at the end of tomorrow, I would think. I mean, I would assume that they'll make their decision. I think they did 2 yesterday. I think 2 more today, or 3 more today.
2 yesterday, 3 today.
And then they'll be done.
Cunningham seems to be the one that everyone in league circles has the most admiration and respect for. But that doesn't mean here. Yeah. I said, who that was when the coaching search started?
Mm-hmm.
You know whose job it was if they wanted it Ben Johnson's.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. According to public opinion.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
So, they could say it's Cunningham, although Baselli looks awful happy there walking around with the dude. Maybe it's the same with all those guys, but I'm with you. That looks like a guy trying to he looks like the one being interviewed rather than the one interviewing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm feeling you.
Like he was just told he got the job.
Yeah. Don't worry. We're just going to go through the process here. Yeah, like I said, Cunningham's fine. I don't put too much into the GM.
He's been on
I don't
Super Bowl
know.
winning programs in Baltimore and Philly.
Yeah.
Been in organizations that have won Super Bowls.
And the Bears.
And the Bears the last couple of years, who did not.
The guy, the Packers, second in command, has had more success. Obviously, he's a second in command guy, though.
Who now?
The guy with the Packers. Worked his way up as an intern from 2003.
Oh, the Packers have drafted better, you're saying? Or he's
had
just
more success than the Bears.
Oh.
Since he's been there.
How long has Cunningham been with the Bears? 5-6 years?
I don't know. I don't think that long, but like I said, he's got to answer some tough questions like, why'd you draft this guy and this guy? Now, again, I didn't.
Well, he didn't draft him.
Yeah. But you going to tell me you would have drafted somebody else?
Well, I don't think that this time last year you could have. I mean, you could criticize taking Williams over Daniels.
Not at this time.
And
no.
it's not that. And by the way, that one's still to be finished. I mean, it's not like, it's not
100%.
obvious they took the wrong guy. Yeah.
What about Adunze?
Adunze also is the problem with Adunze came on at the end of the year. He was better at the end of the year than he was in the beginning. I mean, does he look like the 8th pick? No, you should have taken Brian Thomas Jr. But there may just be something inherently impossible about having productive passing game in Chicago. They just don't have productive receivers or quarterbacks ever in their history. They just don't.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it's just those
just kind of
individual.
I don't care. Like I said, to me, whoever they hire, GM, good. I'm very intrigued by the Rams guy. They're all good candidates, man. But I don't think we should dismiss the Packer guy or the Niner guy.
I don't either.
The Packers guy, like I said, first off, started as an intern there and worked his way up to second in command. That's pretty impressive in an organization to do that. Because a lot of places where you go to work as an intern, oftentimes you'll be viewed as an intern. So tip of the cap to him. Niners guy, 14 years with the same ball club, like that. And then of course Ethan Wall will get his interview as well. And I exclude him just because I know what the fan base thinks about Ethan Wall. They don't want him because he's guilty by association.
Yeah,
Tony spoke highly of him, though.
Well, last year's draft wasn't terrible.
Right.
It was the free agency. I don't think Ethan Wall did that. That felt like Trent Baalke all over it.
Well, you're saying that felt like, but we don't know.
Yeah.
But you never know with any of these guys.
Yeah. You do know that ultimately the GM is making the decision, and none of these guys were that guy making the decision.
Like if I'm the Packers guy coming in, I'm the one sitting there telling, it was me who decided that we should draft Edgerrin Cooper in the second round. He's going to be an all-pro. Really?
The Bears have had pop quiz music, E.T.
Oh, I love me a pop quiz. I love me a pop quiz, E.T. Fire. I'm going to say Bob Avellini.
In the last...
Bob Avellini.
In the last...
Bobby Douglas.
In the last 21 years.
Okay.
The Bears have had the Bears have had 6 1,000-yard seasons.
What do you mean?
By 3 total players. I need you to tell me who those 3 players are. In the last 22 years.
Time out.
The Bears have had
What
6
position?
receivers. I just said.
Okay.
Yeah, I've said that. Have said 6,000-yard receivers receiving seasons by 3 receivers. Who are the 3 guys? There's been 6 total. Only 3 guys have accumulated these 6,000-yard seasons for the Bears in the last 25 years.
I got you with one of them, Dano.
All right.
Brandon Marshall.
Brandon Marshall is owner of...
I don't know if I would have got that one.
Brandon Marshall is owner of 2 of the 6. In 2012...
Oh, yeah, he had that big 100-yard catch season, right?
Yeah.
In 2012, he had 1,508 yards, and in 2013, he had 1,295. So, yeah, those are
I would
2.
throw...
That was in 2012 and 2013.
The one guy I would definitely throw is because you're recent, right? DJ Moore has had it, hasn't he? 1,000-yard season?
I don't, you know what? He may not have this year in there.
Okay.
Because I wasn't going. That was not my goal when I went in here. So if he feels like he had 1,000-yard season
Moore,
this year.
I don't know if it was even this year. I thought DJ Moore. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, this was his first year, wasn't? Oh no, he played with Fields 1 year.
Yeah.
Look up DJ Moore for me. If it's DJ Moore, we can add him. Okay, but we'll say before that.
And what's the year from time frame that we're looking
since Marty Booker had 1,000-yard season in 2002.
Wow.
In 2000, since Marty Booker's 1,000-yard season in 2002, there have been 6 1,000-yard seasons by Bears receivers.
Yeah, DJ Moore is there.
Yeah, okay.
Last year.
So there would be one more.
Okay.
DJ Moore last year.
One more?
No,
What
no,
about-
no, he doesn't count.
Okay.
That's out. I had the 6. I got
Okay.
extra 7 with
Cool.
him.
Okay. What about
2 guys have produced these 4 seasons. Who are the 2 Bears receivers who have produced 4 1,000-yard receivers
what
combined?
what about A-Rob?
And that is where it was
J-Man?
Allen Robinson, who you think of as a bust in 2020, 1,250
Okay.
yards for the Bears.
Okay.
Hold on now.
Okay.
In 2019, 1,147.
Wow.
2,000-yard receiving seasons for the
Wow.
Bears. So you're missing one other guy. This guy.
Curtis Conway.
No. This guy, by the way, what a passing. Who was the quarterback in 2013? Because Brandon Marshall had
Cutler?
12.
Was it Cutler?
Brandon Marshall had 1295, and in the same year, this guy had 1421.
14?
Oh,
The
wow.
Bears, so much for my prediction that you can't pass in Chicago. I guess if you got the right pieces in place, but in the same year, this guy had 1421,
Wow.
and his teammate Brandon Marshall had 1295. Forgettable. You don't remember him with the Bears.
Who is it?
And he had 2,000-yard seasons
Wait,
with
is
them.
Did Megashawn play for them as well?
No.
Okay.
This guy had 1333 in 2014. He had 1421 in 2013, but you know him better I think, as an Eagle. He won a Super Bowl with the Eagles. He was their best receiver. South Carolina kid.
Alshon Jeffrey.
Alshon
That's
Jeffrey.
what I said. I said Megashawn.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I wasn't listening.
Yeah,
Alshon Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Okay. My bad.
Well done. That's a good question.
But it goes to show you. I mean, they've only had 2 in the last 12 years, and they were both by Allen Robinson. You know, since that 2014 season, Allen Robinson's had a 1,000-yard season twice, and until DJ Moore last year, no one had.
Man, he fell off a cliff.
Wow.
This is The Drill on 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. 1010XL is your home for NBA play-by-play.
Paulo Banchero and the Orlando Magic look to take down Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr., and the Grizzlies. Friday night at 6:30, 10:10 a.m.
Hey, certainly facing interesting economic times. We always are. But for me, I find it very comforting to know my money is in good hands with my guys at ITP Partners. Those are Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Why? Experience, expertise, knowledge. That's Reed Wingate. That's Janice Cobb. That's Scott Regner. That's Dan Abel. That's Reagan Wright, Jeff Hartman, and Chris Bryan. Those are my ITP partners. And you know why? Because they meet with us each individually and give us a strategy where our goals become their priority. And it's a great time to get started. It always is. Just go to Chris at ITPpartners.com. Go meet with those guys. You'll see. Or call 312-9751. That's 312-9751. They are ITP partners, and they're my financial partners for life. Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experiences. No guarantee of future performance or success.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hi, I'm Karen, owner of Clay Solar Installation Partners, your local women-owned solar company. At Clay Solar, we're more than just panels and power. We're about people. We make the switch to clean energy simple, stress-free, and built to last. If you've had a bad experience with solar in the past, we can help. We specialize in dependable solutions and top-notch customer service, so you can finally enjoy the savings and sustainability you deserve. Schedule your free consultation at claysolar.com.
Don't miss the Players Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scotty Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Hey, gang, have you ever experienced a struggle when it comes time to sell your home? What worries you about the process? How about this for a solution? It's a promise. Your home sold guaranteed, or Chad and Sandy will buy. That's right. Here to tell you about Chad and Sandy and chadandsandy.com. That's Chad, A-N-D, Sandy.com. You can also call them at 414-6200. But with all the recent talk about interest rates and economic uncertainty, now maybe getting a little bit better for you, it could be a good time to sell. And if you were worried about costly repairs or upgrades or, any other problem you might sense would be there, they're all taken care of due to the promises of Chad and Sandy, the local real estate experts we trust and recommend for the sale of your home. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Pete Lakeshore said, I was in a pickle. I needed cash. I got full asking price within days thanks to Chad and Sandy. Go to chadandsandy.com, chadandsandy.com, or call 414-6200.
menonly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay and Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to divorcemenonly.com. divorcemenonly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Get more Gators with Dan Hicken and me, Frank Frangie, on all things Gators on 1010XL Gators Podcast, with new episodes every Monday, brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, wherever you find podcasts, and at 1010XL.com.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple years ago. When it's smooth as silk, Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. Was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Bull riding, the perfect fusion of strength, skill, and pure willpower. Professional bull riders aren't just athletes. They're daredevils with cowboy souls. Come experience the true modern West, where 8 seconds of glory will create a lifetime of memories. It's the Michelob Ultra PBR Jacksonville at ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena, February 22nd and 23rd. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com and PBR.com. Hold on tight. The ride of your life is about to begin.
Homeowners, listen up. It's time to start fresh in 2025. Prosser here, and Loan Pronto is here to help take control of your finances in 2025 by lowering your house payments and consolidating that nagging debt. Did you know that 9 out of 10 borrowers get a better deal by calling Loan Pronto? Right now, Loan Pronto has some of the most competitive offers for refis, debt consolidation, and purchase loans, starting in the low 5s APR. If your current rate is over 6%, don't settle for paying too much. Even if you're in process with another lender, call Loan Pronto now. Lock in at a lower rate today and close in as little as 2 weeks, often with no appraisal. You can even skip your next 2 house payments. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Get your personalized Loan Pronto rate quote instantly with no hard credit pull and no upfront fees. Call now, 904-999-1508, or go to loanpronto.com. That's 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, NMLS consumeraccess.org.
Budweiser reminds us to drink wiser, like hydrating between beers. It keeps the fun going longer, and it's a commitment to responsibility. Remember, good times are ahead, so no need to overdo it. Know when to say when, and always designate a driver.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
And we're back! Whew, nobody can make up for lost time like we can.
Yeah.
From heavy to light to heavy. I mean, we're good. What we're doing. All right, give me the hockey primer. I've not watched a bit. The Four Nations. Do you qualify for that? Is it an invitation only? How does it work?
It's kind of a new thing.
Is it NHL players? Is it your national team? It's your NHL players just made up of all-stars, basically. So it's not necessarily
It's in
Team
lieu
USA.
of the all-star break.
It's not necessarily Oh, so it's only NHL players.
I think it is.
Yeah. From different countries, and then you can supply. Who were the other countries in it?
Sweden, Finland, and
that makes
Canada.
sense. It's probably only NHL players from those said countries. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Canada, for all their daintiness, dominates the world's hockey stage.
Yeah, for sure.
Even the European teams and the Russians and the Finns and all those. Canada is the number. Like if you looked at the world rankings for national hockey teams, Canada would be number one.
I would say, yeah. I don't know for sure, but I would say so, yeah. So, and like I said, it's in lieu of the All-Star game. In 26 and 30, the players will take a break for the Olympics. They weren't released for the Olympics in 18 and 22. Also slated, the commissioner also stated that the league would host the next World Cups of hockey in 28 and 32. These are, at the time of the tournament's announcement, all participating teams were ranked in the top 6 by ice hockey's worldwide governing body. Canada, Finland, United States, and Sweden are 1, 2, 4, and 6. So Russia and Germany not in. Russia excluded due to the ban imposed on it by the IHF for the ongoing war.
I've got IHF here going Canada, Finland, Czechia.
Yeah.
Switzerland, U.S., Sweden, 7.
Yeah, roughly. Anywhere in that area.
So I guess my question is, do the Finns who are in this 4 nations, do they have to call in players who aren't in the NHL, or are all these NHL players? You don't know.
No.
That's
I don't know.
I don't know. Curious like whiskers.
Yeah. So
the U.S., I'm surprised this is viewed as even. Should they not be the underdog tonight? I know they won the game the other night, but then they turned around and lost to Sweden, didn't they? Team USA? Or was that a giveaway? It didn't matter. The U.S. beat Canada, literally and figuratively, and then they turned around and lost.
Finland has all NHL players.
Yeah. And Sweden too, probably, right? If it's replacing the All-Star game, you would think the NHL would make it be NHL
Sweden,
exclusive.
all NHL players.
So. Canada and U.S. for sure.
For sure. So anyway, it comes down to tonight.
Give me the big names that I know on each side.
The Kachuk brothers.
Those are Americans.
Yeah, JT Miller.
That's an American.
Vinny Trocheck, Chris Kreider, Adam Fox.
Okay.
I'm sure Austin Matthews.
Yes.
Name.
That's an American?
Yes, these are all Americans.
Okay.
The best goalie is the Winnipeg kid, Hellebuck. He's from Michigan.
Okay.
The Hughes. Jack Hughes.
Yes, I know that name.
Yeah, those would be the ones you know.
All right, now what about for the Canadians?
Well,
they got those hot shots from Edmonton, right?
Yeah, the Canadians.
Yeah,
the Canadians. Yeah,
give me their names.
You got. Let's see.
And I know named hockey doesn't necessarily always win, but I'm going to know their names more, right? I mean, it's like Sid Crosby on the team.
Sid the Kid's on it. Reinhart from the Panthers has been so good.
Sure, I know that name.
Braden Point.
What about the
Tampa?
But like
McDavid,
and who's the other one? They have 2.
Eichel's on ours.
Oh yes,
he's American. Brad Marchand.
Yeah.
Those are the guys I think.
It sounds like the kind of hockey game that I'll watch.
Oh, it's a great.
Yeah.
It's a great.
I'll enjoy that.
It's like a Stanley Cup.
But I guess what they have. It's amazing how they can do it and the NBA can't.
Or the NFL.
But especially the NBA because it's more similar. Look what they've done. They've somehow split it up into 4, and they presented like one of the most anticipated sporting events of the week. The NBA splits into 4, and everyone laughs at them. You feel me?
That's true.
They tried to go into their little 4-team deal, and it was a joke. The NHL, with one try, they go into a 4-team deal, and it's like we got the Olympic gold medal game tonight. It feels like that from the way everyone's talking about it.
Oh, yeah.
To do that, because I did not realize this was an all-star. I thought this was like a World Cup, and they just paused so they can do it. If the NHL indeed put this together and gained all this interest, and now have platformed their game tonight as like the most anticipated game of the night, kudos to them, and way to take the alien Adam Silver into the behind the barn and just whack him around.
Second lowest All-Star game ratings in history for the NBA.
What? Second to what? Last year?
Only the 2023 All-Star game average last few
2 years.
They are in trouble.
Well, they are. And somehow, you know what I said, Dan? It's amazing what has happened. Somehow these sports, I don't know how it's happening. It's got to catch up to them. These leagues are flourishing. These players are making $50 million a year, and the fans just keep getting treated worse and worse and worse. Baseball's a joke. You can't have a team.
How are the fans treated worse?
You want to be a baseball fan? Is it fair to be a baseball fan anywhere but the Dodgers right now? Honestly, you have a league where by its design, one team can have deferred more money than your franchise is worth.
Well,
that's just unworkable.
But like I'll talk about the Pittsburgh Pirates. They're a disgrace.
Forget them.
Well, no.
Let's talk about the White Sox and the other.
Talk about any. They have owners who are just raking in the money and not spending it.
Not like the Dodgers.
Not like the Dodgers,
Right.
but you can compete for cripe's sakes.
Yeah, in some cases you can. I don't know the others.
Pittsburgh Pirates might have the best.
I'm not going to talk about the three worst. I'm talking about real teams that try.
Okay, well,
Twins, Brewers, Braves, Met. I mean, you spin. It doesn't matter.
Brewers won the division last year.
But that's so.
They had all but eliminated the Mets, and the guy made a bad pitch.
But they haven't won a World Series.
No, but
they haven't been to a World Series.
Texas won a World Series.
Yeah. With a lot of Texas isn't a great example. They spent a ton too.
It is because DeGrom wasn't the reason they won.
And by the way, they spent in a way that's okay. I'm not saying you can't go over the threshold.
I just don't think. I think it's as much on the owners as I think it's on the owners as much as the players. Listen, do they make? Again, the problem with baseball is the haves and have-nots, and they haven't fixed that. You pay Juan Soto $765 million, and Pete gets a 2-year opt-out deal for $50. I mean, I know Juan Soto is a great player. He's not that much better than Pete Alonso in terms of stats and stuff. So,
listen, I'm not saying that it's not on one or the other. I'm saying at the end of the day, the ones that don't matter.
One or the other.
Fans in professional sports are the 12th man on the bench. We're the last thing in the world they consider.
Oh, for sure.
And
Well,
that's changed.
The cost is what?
It used to matter.
Yeah.
Used to matter, but now they have ballooned the economy of professional sports through TV rights and other deals that they don't need the fans anymore. And that stinks.
That's fair.
So they'll do whatever they want, whenever they want, and you'll like it or shut up and stay in line.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so again, to your point, I'm not talking about it. There's no reason Tampa couldn't build themselves into a major market team and spend money and win titles. And to a degree, the Pirates. I'm talking about all the teams that do try within reason.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like who?
Like everyone except the Pirates.
Marlins don't try.
Well,
Rays don't try hard.
I'm taking the Florida teams and throwing them in the ocean. That's on them.
Okay.
But
the Red Sox went and signed some guys.
Regardless of all that, baseball needs to immediately. You know what needs to go bye-bye?
What?
Deferred payments need to go bye-bye.
I'm fine with that.
And then let's talk. That's a simple one.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, we're thinking about it.
Yeah.
Deferring $8 billion probably shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So,
100%.
and we've got, and by the way, there's no more luxury tax. We're going to try and have a competitive balance of baseball, and you're going to have a salary cap. And if you can't make it work, oh well.
Well, should you have a salary floor or a salary cap?
Both.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think more of a salary floor than a salary cap.
Both.
Because a lot of guys are willing to spend, but some are. I think you need to jolt the owners and say, look, you got to spend this much.
My point is there's a lot that we think needs to be done, and Mr. Commish stands there and feeds you garbage.
That's fair. Although he did.
All he did, he got asked a question and
sped
he
up a game.
Yeah,
that was good.
To the Dodgers situation, though, his answer the other day, he didn't answer the question.
Oh, okay.
The question isn't, are the Dodgers circumventing the rules? No, the question / statement is, hey, man, your rules suck. You're doing a terrible job.
Yeah.
Care to comment?
Mm-hmm. All right, we got to take a break. We'll keep it rolling. Make the turn for home next right here on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hey, John, have you heard about the incredible offers at Randy Marion Cadillac?
They've got rates as low as 3.9% for 36 and 48 months on the stunning 2024 Escalade.
That's right. Experience luxury like never before. Whether it's the exquisite interior or the advanced technology, every drive feels like a royal experience.
Visit Randy Marion Cadillac today on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville.
And don't forget, Randy Marion is the king of price. Drive and indulge in luxury at Randy Marion Cadillac.
Plus tax tag title 999 admin fee with resist all and approved credit.
Hey, imagine having a doctor available to you any day and any time. That's my doctor, Rick Townsend. I've been going to Doc T for a long time. He said, Hick, I'm going into concierge medicine. I said, what's that, Doc? He said, well, if you don't feel good, you need an appointment, you come see me right away. Oh, okay. Instead of having to make an appointment and wait 2 weeks. Or you're having a medical emergency, here's my number. Call me, and I'll tell you what to do. I'll get right back to you. I said, I like that. It's kind of like being a member of an exclusive golf club. I love it. But the cost will surprise you. I run out of a prescription for my drugs. I call Michelle. She goes through Doc T. Boom, I get it right away. So As far as doctors, Townsend's the best. Navy trained, graduated from Wake Forest. Yearly physicals, check. Office or virtual visits, check. Cancer screenings, check. Referrals to specialists, check. Hospital follow-ups, yeah. So you want more information, you should get it. MyPVConcierge.com. That's MyPVConcierge.com.
This is Daytona, the awe-inspiring spectacle of Supercross, and the most challenging course to witness the air-catching, adrenaline-pumping, heart-pounding action unlike any other race in Florida. Daytona Supercross. The biggest names battle it out under the lights at the World Center of Racing. Don't miss it. The gate drops Saturday, March 1st. Secure your tickets and trackside access today at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
3D Digital has you covered for any of your business's digital marketing needs. From producing award-winning videos to getting those digital ads to follow your customers around the internet, our team has your back. Visit 3ddigital.com or give us a call at 904-712-4004 to schedule a free consultation today. 904-712-4004.
I'm Hayes Carline, and I'll give you glimpses of future NFL stars and who could be a good fit here in Jacksonville. Listen for Combine Commentary with Carline during the Frangie Show on 1010XL, brought to you by Kingfish Pest Control, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
This Black History Month profile is brought to you by McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center. McGowan's got your back. Travis Taylor graduated from Ribault High School, where he was an all-state selection and earned a scholarship to the University of Florida, where he was a 3-year letter winner at wide receiver. A first-round draft pick in 2000, he had an 8-year NFL career, which included a Super Bowl title with the Ravens.
Hacker here, thinking I did something spectacular, dropping 123 pounds. But then Steve pops in and dropped a whopping 150 pounds with Awaken 180 weight loss.
I got started because I was sick and tired of just being sick and tired all the time. Wanted more from life, and I knew that at my size, I wasn't being who I could be, who I want to be for not only myself, but for my wife. And I was like, something has got to change, and it's got to start soon. I mean, the program is so easy. Everything is really written down for you on your first day. Having someone there to help you and also keep you accountable, just having that someone to talk to, and even the fact that Awaken 180 offers free maintenance for life is amazing, because keeping the weight off is a lifetime commitment.
A lifetime commitment is what you'll receive with Awaken 180. 25 pounds like Dempsey, 40 pounds like Matt Hayes, or maybe it's over 100 pounds like Steve and me. Awaken 180 will get you there online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Winter is almost over, and the Epic Florida heat is on its way. You need reliable air conditioning. Epic Cool Heating and Air is here. Take advantage of the Epic Gold membership program and use one of your 2 yearly tests of your entire AC system. You know it's going to be epically hot, so be epically prepared. Plus, no interest financing for 18 months. That's epic. Visit EpicHVACService.com today and trust the experts at Epic Cool Heating and Air to stay epically cool. That's EpicHVACService.com.
Mia here. Since 1982, Closets by Design has specialized in creating dream spaces for every budget. My designer, Frances, made the process so easy. She came to my house and designed a beautiful walk-in closet that's already so incredibly functional for me and old Beau Valentine. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation at 1-800-293-3744 or visit closetsbydesign.com. And take advantage of extended savings this month. Get 40% off and another 15% off with 18-month special financing.
This is Hayes Carline here to help you break free from the chains of pest infestation. The talk of this town is Kingfish Pest Control. By now, many of your neighbors have already joined the Kingfish Revolution, leaving their homes and lawns protected and pest-free. Now it's your turn. Call Kingfish Pest Control and say goodbye to termites, ants, mosquitoes, and other annoying pests. Trust me, you'll get exceptional service and understand why your neighbors and I use Kingfish Pest Control, proud partner of the Jaguars.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
And we're back. Time to cool down. It's been a hot happening show right now. Things are going on, right? I like it. Good luck to Tyler McCumber. He's cranking up his 2025 PGA Tour season today at the Mexico Open. He's battled some injuries, hasn't he? 2-year hiatus.
Sure. Yeah, no, it's been a while, and you know he had some success. So we'll be pulling for Tyler as he gets it up and going again, man. Goes fast. You're gonna look up and he's gonna be 44 years old.
Good Lord.
Before you know it.
I'm telling you.
I'm cooling down on a big game in town tonight, and I think JU and UNF have both got realistic chances of being ASUN tournament champs, right? Neither are leading the conference right now, but they're also not out of it. And a big one tonight. JU's 10-5 in the league. UNF is 7-8 in the league, 14-14 overall. JU 16-11 overall. There is no, North Alabama's 12-3. Eastern Kentucky and Lipscomb are both 11-4. JU, Gulf Coast 10-5. Point being, make the conference tournament, and you got to, I think you have a realistic shot at like the North Florida and Austin P level. Austin P's got the one-arm guy.
Let's go P.
Let's go P.
Let's go P.
Son Emmanuel.
I just saw a story that said the Texans are exploring a possibility of a new stadium.
Already?
Like, what are we doing?
Well, in San Antonio, they're trying to build another basketball arena. This would be like the fourth one. Went from like Hemisphere to Alamo Dome. They hate the Alamo Dome out there, by the way. Like the local city. It's like a dump. It's like what the Coliseum was here before they tore it down.
Right.
That's the way they look at the Alamo Dome.
That's fair. I mean, sometimes you forget, like the Texans have been around since 2002. That's only 23 years.
That's it's same as ours.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Well, no,
we were
a little bit
95.
more. But we redid it with all the, scoreboards and pools and.
That's like painting a turd.
Yeah, a little bit.
After a while. I mean, look, we're due. I don't. Houston does the. They've got. The Astrodome is right next to NRG, so they're both still there. They use the Astrodome for like rodeos and stuff, I think, is what they do. And but it's what always amazed me because the Astrodome was such a big deal. It was the seventh wonder of the world when it was built. And the NRG dwarfs it, man. Just dwarfs it. It makes me laugh. You're in the mood for some New York City headlines?
I like that.
Huh? New York City headlines brought to you by our friend Dr. Rick Townsend, mypvconcierge.com for all your information. These are actual headlines.
It's crazy. It's bone-jarring, mind-numbing stuff.
I missed some good ones yesterday, so I'm going to start today. I'm going to start a little bottom up instead of top to bottom. Hold on.
City's a dirty mess right now.
City's not a dirty mess.
Yeah.
City's thriving.
Flea-infested.
It's not flea-infested. I don't appreciate it.
Rats everywhere.
It's a great city. It's a city that never sleeps.
Ask Rocker.
Rock and go to hell. Racist pig.
Oh, dear.
I hope Mahomes Sr. tears them apart.
If they really try.
Limb from limb.
Mahomes Sr. might literally die in the ring. That should not happen. The Rocker's a big, strong, burly guy. And Mahomes looks like he's like wiry and hadn't done much physically. I'm scared for that fight. I don't want that fight to happen. Stop the fight! I'm going to scream.
Crank it up.
Let's go.
You have the right to remain horny. Sam Hoyne breaks down that couple next door police station sex scene.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
You had me at horny.
Yeah.
Got my attention.
Yeah.
Mikey Madison's dad installed a stripper pole in her house to practice for Honora. He didn't really question it.
What is going on?
Honora is a movie, so this is at least character acting. This isn't like promoting, the neighborhood strip club, I would assume.
LeVar Ball has foot amputated after serious medical issue.
Is LeVar the dad?
Yeah.
That's what you get, big mouth. Probably got mouth. He got mouth and foot disease.
Oh man,
that's terrible.
He's been quiet lately.
I take it back. I don't want the man to lose his foot. Everybody settle down.
Emotional experience. Ja Rule chokes up at Irv Gotti's funeral while delivering eulogy in front of Jay-Z. See you when I get there.
Yes.
Wow.
Man, that's another one. Man, these are some detailed headlines.
Yeah. Kimmy K and Kanye have good vibes in surprise Kardashians reunion for daughter North.
You know, I was thinking this about Kanye. Never mind.
Travis Kelce went all out for Tay-Tay on Valentine's Day, showered her with $100K worth of Lux gifts.
I'll say Diddy took the spotlight off of Kanye. Man. That's all I meant.
Christina Hall passionate.
That fair? Right.
Diddy definitely
took the spotlight. Right? Kanye was the crazy one, and now Diddy's the evil one. So
Christina Hall passionately kisses new boyfriend at Eiffel Tower in
Paris.
This girl Life is good.
100% tag your watch. I mean, she is a glamorous glitter tag here watch.
On her watch, how Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee got married on the beach 30 years ago, 4 days after their first date.
I don't need to keep revisiting the Pamela Anderson, Tommy Lee narrative. I mean, let's let that one go.
Bizarre injury, 10-year-old impaled in freak grilled cheese accident.
I mean, only in America. Grilled cheese accident. What kind of grilled cheese equipment are you using that you can be impaled on it?
Caught on cam, chilling video shows wealthy businesswoman chased, then fatally shot in definite murder for hire case.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They're chasing my girl down?
In broad daylight.
Broad daylight.
Man, where? What city?
Just read them.
New York, probably.
Why is it always probably? Mommy and Me, bikini-clad Courtney Cox, 60, and lookalike daughter Coco, stunned on beach during Australian getaway.
I hate to upset the headline writers, but ain't no 60-year-old mom a quote look-alike with her daughter. Just for the record. Yeah.
Alabama Police Department should be immediately abolished over rampant culture of corruption. Grand jury.
Well, corruption seems to be a pretty key word these days.
Loving it. We scrapped our pricey wedding plans, spending just $500 instead, including a stop at McDonald's for cheeseburgers.
Good for you. Take that cash and put it to good use.
Yeah.
Weddings are such an outdated, over-the-top waste of cash. I'm sorry.
Okay. Lieutenant Governor, 77, collapses on Senate floor in scary caught-on-video scene. Don't want to miss a thing. NASA plotting how to destroy city killer asteroid that has chance of hitting
Stamper
Earth.
we've taken the call. The Stamper is not ever going to hit us. We'll do something about that.
Baby on the brain. ASAP Rocky and Rihanna are naming next baby after his lawyer in assault trial, rapper declares.
Well, it's good to pay homage there.
ASAP Joe.
Man that kept you together. ASAP Joe.
We got ASAP Joe.
It's a lot of ASAPs, though. It's all ASAP.
He names his kids ASAP?
Oh, no, he doesn't.
Okay.
But the whole
the
rap
Gen
group.
Pop dude,
Yep.
yeah.
By the way, one other thing, if you didn't see it, kicking and screaming, longtime NFL punter arrested over protest of MAGA plaque.
Which punter is it? Only read the headlines. Who was he for?
Chris Kluwe, longtime Viking punter.
Okay.
Yeah, he went out to city council just screaming and ranting and raving out there in Huntington Beach. That's New York City headlines.
I guess they say that the Astrodome is not used at all. It just sits there empty. What? Why?
I thought Charlton told me they went and used it.
Oh, he said, this is Mr. 10. He's
I
saying,
thought he said he went to rodeos there.
He says the Astrodome is not used at all. Sits empty. Some want it torn down. Other things it's a landmark. Battle's ongoing. Maybe they did the rodeo there at one point.
I think that. I know they used to do the rodeo. I always saw the Jags' first win ever in the Astrodome.
That makes it sound, though, like they're not doing it at all, from what Charlton said.
On 3, breaking news, Miami's Carson Beck and Hannah Cavender had 3 vehicles stolen overnight in South Florida. Cavender's SUV was found, but Beck's Mercedes and Lamborghini remain missing.
That's too bad.
Welcome to Miami.
Yeah. I hate when a 22-year-old loses both his Mercedes and his Lamborghini.
It's just awful.
That's a tough day.
Tough spot, man.
My kid was losing his backpack, right?
Play us out of here.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Service by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. Find the coolest cats in town at coolcatsjacks.com.
Mike and Tony getting ready for Jaguars today. Yeah. Tony joins us. Hey, Tone.
I can remember a kid stealing my glasses once, and that was a whole ordeal.
Yeah.
Right?
I had my bicycle stolen when I was in 6th. I went Hardy Boys. Me and my buddy, we went all over town. We had already identified suspects sneaking around their yard. Never found it.
Yeah, not quite a Lamborghini.
Not a Lamborghini.
No.
Not a Lambo.
No.
Or the other one.
Yeah.
Whatever it may be.
And I was 6th grade, not 20, whatever.
What's cooking today, Tone?
We will be doing the third day of our series of, we're asking this week. We're trying to figure out who is the worst first-round pick in Jacksonville Jaguars history. Today is day 3 of the
Who's
poll.
on the docket today?
Today, it's going to be, we didn't do this intentionally, but it's the way it's going to work out.
Okay.
We're kind of having a beginning, middle, and end in Jaguars drafting history.
All right.
At least among these things, with the way that R.J. Sauer dominated the first day of us doing the poll. That's how this is going to work out.
Okay.
And our question today involves Taven Bryan, C.J. Henderson, Caleb Von Chason.
Those are your 3?
Which is the worst of those picks?
I say CJ.
Yeah, you can make arguments.
Because he's 9?
Yeah.
He's 9, and Taven Bryan at least is in the league.
It's not Taven Bryan. He's the best
CJ Henderson
of the 3.
playing?
Taven's more
Taven's the Lamar
you could have
thing.
had Lamar.
Yeah, Taven's the Lamar
like
thing.
if you had decided, you know what, we're done with Blake.
Caleb
the
Vaughn is
opportunity to get Lamar.
Caleb Vaughn is the beach video.
Yeah.
I just can't get past.
He didn't do. Yeah,
Yeah,
the bottom line is that was a draft where the Jags could have left with CeeDee Lamb and Justin Jefferson.
And that hurts.
They could have.
Think about that.
Yeah.
They could have.
2 shots at both. Or
Yeah, 2 shots at both.
And I saw
No,
Dylan's-
1 shot at one and 1 at
shot
both.
at
Dylan's
each,
putting
yeah.
together the open or something for the show this morning. I saw him grabbing some sound of somebody at least saying the name CJ, and they said it enthusiastically. It was like, oh, it's the most energy I've ever heard about CJ for anything from him or anyone else.
Again, that's another one where you can't, during the diligence, figure out the kid doesn't really love football.
Or, you got to read the room.
You got to be able to read that out, man.
Yeah.
Why? And he wasn't outstanding enough to reach. He never felt like he was and that was one of those where I don't know, that I read the tea leaves on that one.
Yeah.
And I went, they're going to take C.J. Henderson. Not who you necessarily wanted him to take.
That draft video of him where we're all just kind of going, what's going on? Maybe that's just this personality.
Yeah, no.
He's that muted as a
What
personality.
about Herbs putting the exercise bike out there for him?
Listen, they used to have to go visit. He was living down here in the
best
Berkman.
moment Herbs ever had.
CJ was down here in the Berkman, and the boys between Herbs and Strong would have to go down there 2-3 times a week to the apartment.
Yeah.
Coming to practice today.
Coddle him, and trying to convince him, talk him into wanting to play football.
Have a great show.
Thank you.
Mike and Tony getting ready for Jaguars today. Our work is done here.
It is. It's been a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow.
Time to swerve. Time for us to swerve.
The drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
If you bleed teal and black, we've got your back. 1010XL 92.5 FM, home of the Jaguars.
Lauren Brooks here. At Hodges Mazda, they are proud of their solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. As your hometown Mazda dealer, their high customer service standards and their huge inventory of new and used cars provide their customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Their professional non-commissioned sales team puts your best interests first without exception. And all new vehicle purchases include the Hodges Mazda Protection Package. Visit them online at